Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I miss you. Coming. And anytime I'm calling you, pick up the phone, but you know I miss you. Hey, Cornelius, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Don't leave me. Coming, guys. Coming. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy New Week. It's a beautiful week, right? Happy Monday. I think that's the last Monday of the month of November. Whoa, the year is just fast running. See how fast this year is going. Before you know it, we are already in December, just few days away from December. Wanna be well in the morning, go, shine. It's only you that I want. Just like the land of London. Wanna miss you well in the morning. Go, shine. Welcome. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. I really appreciate you all. Coming, keep coming. Gonna see your face, yeah. I wanna see you. Hey, welcome. You're dancing already. Wanna kiss you early in the morning. Go, shine. No, it's only you that I want. Coming. Thank you so much. Go, shine. Yeah, keep coming. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. How is your day going? And how those of you who are back home, how has the day been? Hope it's been a great one, a beautiful week. Yeah, it's a new week, and we give thanks to God Almighty for the grace to see another beautiful week. I appreciate you all. Please kindly share out the stream, like, share out. Let's have more people come in here. Hey, all for health with Jane. Thank you so much, ma, for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, please kindly give me a thumbs up as you comment, guys. I appreciate. If you have a community, help me share out. Let's have more people join the stream tonight, okay? I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, what are we discussing today? Sammie Okposo. Sammie Okposo that we lost on Friday. It's a heartbreaking one. It's a heartbreaking one that we had to lose this gospel artist this way, you know. Yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. That we have to lose them this way. And the question I was asking in the stream, is it cardiac arrest or depression? We know how it can be when you bring things on social media, which is basically the reason why I'm making this stream. Social media and our lives. Social media, how it has made our lives and how it can also destroy a life. Social media is one place that lives can be made beautiful. It is another place where life can be ruined and destroyed with just a single post. Yeah, Errand of Mary, thank you so much. She came in while like, you look beautiful, host. Thank you, man. You're my, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thanks for the thumbs up as well. Social media is one thing that has ruined a lot of lives. It has destroyed many. And unfortunately, we have to lose Sammie Okposo. Whether we like it or not, it is connected. It is connected. We all know what happened a couple of months ago when a lady came up and posted that she is pregnant for Sammie Okposo. For those of you who don't know Sammie Okposo is a gospel artist, is a gospel musician. Like we all know him. Yes, he's been in the industry for so many years. If you don't know, maybe at least there's one popular song. Jesus, I thank you, wello, wello, I thank you, wello, you do well for me, wello, wello, I thank you, wello, wello. That song really, I think that was the beginning. That was what shot him to the limelight. And a lot of us got to know him through that particular album, and it's still reigning till today. So many people play his gospel music every morning, every night, every morning, and every night. Like, the guy is so gifted. He's a talent when it comes to gospel music. He has touched so many lives. He has won many souls. He has done a lot of incredible things with his performance on stage, and he has performed with a lot of people as well. Yeah, Baba's Kitchen, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you, Baba's Kitchen. Welcome. Oh, Herald of Mary, thank you so much for sharing me out. I appreciate you. Cornelius says, I actually don't know who he was till now. Oh, Sammie Okposo is a gospel artist. He has performed with a lot of talented other gospel artists. He has traveled, and he's a success when you mention gospel artist in the industry. He is one of the godfathers of gospel artists, modern gospel artists in Nigeria. And like I was saying, he has really touched. Like, there is no place Sammie Okposo ministers today that lives will not be transformed. There is no single gathering where Sammie Okposo comes to right now that people will not be excited. Like, he was the one that introduced handkerchief, and he's from the Niger Delta. He's from Delta, and then they know how to dance with handkerchief and rapper, and they sure know how to dance. Yeah, eternal rest grant unto him, O Lord, and let your perpetual light shine upon him. Amen. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. His performance thrills the crowd. People are always so excited whenever Sammie Okposo is coming around to come and minister with his voice. Nkechi Cynthia, thank you so much for coming. Welcome, Queen. Please give me a thumbs up, guys, as you come in. He is someone that whenever you hear Sammie Okposo is coming, just get your white handkerchief. Make sure you get your judge or your wrap and tie around your waist, because it's going to be an all-night dance or all-day dance, because the guy's energy is top-notch. His energy is on another level. The guy is very, very good. And I would say he is blessed with this talent. And like I said, there's no gathering where he doesn't sing so, where there is no soul touch. You see people crying. You see people so excited. Like, the atmosphere is always electrified. And of course, he is married. But unfortunately, they are still waiting for the fruit of the womb with his wife. And I think he has a child before he got married to the wife. Yeah, he has a child. Then, after marriage, the trials that comes with trying to conceive. And they went that the storm for 11, 12 years. They were still intact. They faced the challenge. All the challenges that came their way, they faced it. The last time when they celebrated 11th year anniversary, oh my God, it was awesome. People were really happy for them. And the wife is one woman that has really persevered. She's one woman that has been his great support. She's one woman that has stood by him from the onset. Tanya Brown, welcome. Thank you so much again for coming. I appreciate you. Welcome. She's one woman that stood by her husband when he was starting up to this very moment. Yeah, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you, Queen. How have you been? How is my cute prince, Hamir? Hope he's good. I want you, Miss Samuel. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. God bless you for joining my stream. I appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up. This woman is one woman that has been very supportive to her husband. She has been there with him, from the beginning till he got to this position that he got to. Anthony Chamaka, welcome. Thank you. God bless you for joining my stream. I appreciate you. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you join my stream. So she's one woman. When you talk about a supportive wife, this woman stood by her husband, throughout the period until he get to the land, until he's known, and throughout his traveling and everything. This woman held onto the husband, gave him all the support, spiritual support, physical support, emotional. She was just an epitome of a good Christian wife until the devil struck. That is why, in whatever you do, as you grow in success, be watchful, be mindful, because the devil takes the opportunity to bring stronger temptation. As he's climbing up there, the temptation was higher. You know how it is with gospel artists. They travel around, and most times they don't travel with their wives. They go alone. And that was how one daughter of Eve, who was sent to come ruin his life, came into the picture. How it happened, we all do not know. When it happened, we do not know. All we knew was that one day somebody surfaced with pregnancy that the baby belongs to Sammie Okposo. It's as if all hell, broke loose. We're like, how? No, it cannot be Sammie Okposo. No, not the Sammie Okposo that we know. Not the Sammie Okposo, the gospel artist. Not this guy who has touched life. Not this guy who has transformed life. A lot of us were like in shock. A lot of us were like, no, it cannot happen. No, that is not possible. Of course, that is how we're always in doubt when we hear about a great man of God, or when we hear about an artist, or when we hear about somebody touching lives, being scandal, being in the face of scandal on social media. When it's being scandalized, we doubt it, we question it. And this woman said, if you doubt it, DNA is there, but this child belongs to Sammie Okposo. Finally, eventually, Sammie came up on social media and broke the news to everyone. He came out with all good intention. With all good intention. We all came out to say, he came out to just clear the air and let the whole world know, oh, I have sinned. I have made a mistake. I made a mistake. Yes, I got someone pregnant. It was one of these temptations I couldn't resist. And he narrated everything. Everywhere was silent. People were trying to make excuses, while others took to social media. The social media where he came to for solace, where he came to for confession, where he came to unravel everything, to open himself up and apologize to his fans and everyone who put faith in him as a gospel artist. They hijacked it. They flogged him. They dragged him. They pulled the guy left, right, and center. Everyone, in fact, of course, trust content creators, trust the bloggers. They pulled him left, right, and center. And those with big fans came out. They were dragging this guy everywhere. In fact, Tiger Generator is small. They dragged him so much that this guy fell into depression. He couldn't forgive himself. He didn't get over it. It was a very tough moment. The wife, of course, you imagine a woman who has been waiting, who has been patient with her husband, a woman who has persevered, a woman who has been so supportive with her husband, suddenly discovering that the husband has messed up somewhere and has a seed somewhere. A woman who has been patiently waiting for the fruit of the womb. A woman who has given her all to her husband, a prayerful woman, a supportive, loving wife. And then suddenly, how do you think this woman will feel? She felt betrayed. Hello, being a carer with Case. Welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Welcome. She felt betrayed. She felt like, oh, all these years, so this is what you do. Of course, the marriage already has crashed. It took the grace of God for them to stay intact, But the worst thing that happened to him is this. The place he came to, the place where he expected more support, was the same place where a lot of them cast so much stones on him. A lot of churches stopped inviting him for shows. They stopped inviting him to come and perform. Some just, when, in fact, they practically stripped him of everything. He was no longer getting calls. He was no longer getting invitations to come perform at shows or functions. Of course, because everyone, they started seeing him as a black sheep, as a disgrace to the Christendom, as a disgrace to the church. But the question I'm asking today, Is he the only man? Is Sammie Okposo the only man who has soiled? Is he the only man who has fallen into this temptation? Is he the only man who has fallen into this trap? Is he the only man who has, I wouldn't call that betraying the church, because for me personally, I believe the church is a place of healing, because a lot of people are sick. Well, church is like a hospital where people come with different sickness. They come with different ailments. People come there, people who are sick, people who have issues come there. No one is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Maybe people think he was a superhuman. He is just a normal person. A normal man with flesh and blood. A normal man who can fall into temptation. A man who can make the mistake others are making out there. Thousands of men came out to stone him, to castigate him, to drag him. These same men who have side chicks everywhere. That was what hurt me the most. Is it the church members who hide under the umbrella of a church, throwing stones, claiming to be all holy and righteous, who do worse behind closed doors? They all came out to drag him until this guy became sick. Yes, became sick emotionally, mentally, psychologically. Even when we don't notice it. He stopped uploading on social media. In fact, he said he's going to restrict his appearance on social media, his life on social media, which he did. Of course, he was withdrawn at that moment. Did we see it? Did we notice why we were flogging him? Why dragging him on the street of all social media platforms? Nobody saw that this guy is slipping into depression. He was on a different level. He was sleeping gradually while the dragging was going on. Until finally, on Friday, in his sleep, he didn't wake up. The Lord called him. The question I'm asking, for all those who have been dragging Sammie Okposo, are you better than Sammie Okposo? Are you more righteous than Sammie Okposo? The last time I checked, he's a gospel singer. He's a gospel artist. He's not a pastor. He's not a bishop. He's not a prophet. Neither is he whatever. He doesn't hold any title other than using his gifts to the glory of God. Using the gifts that God has given to him to glorify his name. That is who he is. Well, he's a normal human being, just like you and I. There are lots of Jezebels out there looking for men to bring down, men who have been highly anointed, men who are gifted, men who are talented. There are a lot of highway girls looking for people to destroy, looking for homes to break. Chinwa, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Welcome. And that brings me to the question to infidelity. Infidelity is one thing that cannot just only ruin one's life, but ruins one marriage and affect every other person involved in that, the entire family. Please give me a thumbs up as you comment, please. My link is there. I pinned it. Sorry, my laptop is having issues, so I pinned my link there. If you want to join the discussion, kindly click on the link there. Join me, okay? I will accept you here. Let's rub minds together on this. Infidelity is something that will not just ruin one's life, but will also ruin the lives of everyone around, the wife and the children involved. Yes, no one is perfect on earth. Thank you. No one. That is why today I am particularly talking to men and women, married people. Stay away from infidelity. If you can, please resist it at all costs. Resist infidelity. At the heat of that moment, please think twice. Ask yourself, if anything goes wrong, am I just the only one that will go down? Some people have the balls, others don't, just like him. Look at the case of Yul Edochie. Till today, a lot of people are still dragging this young man. Till today, he's been dragged on every social media platform. Yul Edochie cannot make a post right now without men and women who feel they are more righteous, holier than thou, without them dragging him. He cannot drop a single post without people dragging him. They feel he's the worst monster. He committed the worst sin on earth. People who do worse, people who kill in the hideout, in the hiding places, people who take other men's wives, people who abort, people who kill children. Yet they come out dragging Yul Edochie every day on daily basis. And one thing I keep saying is this: the day this guy falls into depression and he's no more, will these same people be happy? Just like they are all posting on every social media platform right now. Rest in peace to Sammie Okposo. Oh, he was a good gospel artist. This guy is gifted. He's talented. Oh, the devil ruined him. The devil did this. But these same people, the same mouth, they speak with one mouth and then they speak from both sides of the mouth. Just like a particular doctor on Instagram, he's always posting. This same doctor dragged Sammie Okposo when he came out to make that confession, dragged him left, right, and center, called him all sort of name. That how is a disgrace. Juba Bruce, thank you so much for coming. Please give me a thumbs up. This same doctor forgot that he was among the people dragging him. Now that the guy has passed on, only for him to come out and say, oh, people come out on social media to real life to drag people, and when the person is no more, they come out to post. Guess what? The internet never forgets. They went and brought out his own posts that he made when Sammie Okposo came out to confess. Who is the devil that people are always calling out? I don't know. He's in everybody. The devil is out there. Anybody that permits the devil gets in is a spirit. It's a spirit that enters people. This same doctor was among, yet he came out to drag people. Unfortunately, they released his own receipt to him. They gave him his own receipt, showed him how he himself dragged Sammie Okposo before now. Now he's coming out to wash his hand clean, as if he's righteous. Nobody is righteous. Nobody is above it. For everyone who is still dragging you and Judy Edochie, remember, these people are human beings. But when a pastor does something, they'll be quick to come out and defend the pastor. Why? Because he's a man of God. He's above sin. He's above temptation. He's a superhuman. He cannot fall. When you tell them what their pastors do behind closed doors, even with the evidence left, right, and center, they come out to defend. Defender of the universe. They come out to defend and fight you left, right, and center. But let a man who is not a clergyman fall into the same sin, they will drag the person. Back to infidelity. Men and women who are married. Please, before marriage, you had time to play. You had time to explore. You had time to, time to gallivant. You had time to chase, to jump around. Marriage is something very sacred. Marriage is something very unique. Marriage is holy. Prepare your mind before you get into marriage. Prepare your mind to know that marriage is not something you jump in and then you start playing around. It is beautiful. It is sacred. It is holy, a holy union. When anything goes wrong, it doesn't just affect you. It affects your loved ones, your family. It is not just you we are looking at here. Before you look at that Asa baby, ask yourself again. If she gets pregnant today and comes out with the evidence, can you stand the humiliation? Can you stand the dragging on social media? Can you stand the shame? Can you stand the embarrassment? Before you go out checking a babe, checking her out, her front and back, ask yourself, if she says yes and then you end up in the bedroom, if anything happens, your marriage will be ruined. Your home will be destroyed. The internet never forgets. All evidence is out there. People never forget. Now he came out, to own up to it. There are so many people who are still denying what they have done. They are still denying, even with the evidence. They have refused to own up. Good men, strong men, own up to whatever they do. It takes a courageous man. It takes a strong man to own up to his mess up. Whatever he has done, it takes a man who is courageous to own up and apologize. It takes a strong man to come out and say, I have sinned. It is only weak people who keep denying, just like we have a lot out there, who will keep denying all the things they have been doing. They'll keep denying it tomorrow. They continue denying it, but strong men like Okposo, Sammie Okposo, and Yule Edochie came out and owned up to their misbehavior and apologized. But no, we are not tired. Until Yule Edochie slips into depression, we will not let him rest. Just like they did not rest Sammie Okposo for almost a year, they kept on dragging this man. Is he the only man? No, but he is one man I respect so much. He is one courageous man I respect so much. Why? Because he came out and openly admitted and asked for forgiveness. That is how. But unfortunately, we live in an era where if you come out on social media to admit to your error, you come out to social media to admit to your sin, people, instead of saying, okay, we forgive you, that is an opportunity for them to drag the life out of the person. That is an opportunity to rubbish the person's image and character. Unfortunately, the majority of these men who do these things do worse things behind closed doors. Inspire with Ella, gorgeous. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you, Queen. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. The same men and women who do worse things behind closed doors are forced to cast stones. They are forced to throw stones. Why? Because another man came out to say, I have sinned. This is my weakness. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I have sinned. Forgive me. I am not above temptation. I am not. But son of man, the generation we live in now is a generation that loves people hiding behind closed doors, a generation that loves people hiding under church to commit all sorts of evils and atrocities. It is the generation we live in, a generation that applauds evil, that applauds bad, a generation that will be quick to clap at people, clap for people who do bad and pretend. People, evildoers who do bad and pretend to be righteous. But if you come out to own up, to admit to your weakness, they drag you. They use that same weakness to want to destroy you. Sammie Okposo is no more. Now, life after that. What becomes of the wife? And of course, the child or the children he has. Not with the wife. When these children grow up today, they hear what happened to their father, how he passed on. Do you think this will not also affect them? Do you think it will not affect them? Before we do anything, and of course, before we come out on social media, look, check again, ask yourself, is social media the right place to really come out? Is it? I believe you owe your wife and your children or your family members, anybody that wants to bring it on social media, it is left for them. But you personally, is social media the right place to come out and confess? Look at what happened to Sammie. Because he came out to confess. Because he came out. Social media has a very long memory. Yes, it never forgets. He wasn't alive to see his side chick's baby. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, yeah, the baby is almost due because this has been like 9-10 months. No, not up to 7-8 months, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's more than that. She must have delivered. She must have put to bed. She must have put to bed. Check again, because this has been like 9 months or 10 months now since that lady came out. Since she came out, we've not heard anything from her again. Since she came out and made that declaration, she has not come out again to say anything. The question I'm asking people today, married people, what is it? What are you looking for in another woman? Now, this is not just to gospel artists. This is not just to pastors. This is just for everyone out there. For everyone out there. Infidelity is something that can ruin life. Infidelity is something that can destroy one. Not just you, but your family. You love a woman. You married her. Why can't you stick to her? Aside Sammie Okposo, yes, he was having challenge. Maybe due to the challenge of waiting, he fell into this temptation. How about men with multiple, men with children, 2, 3, 4, still jumping around? How about them? It is not just for women, men alone. Even the women. Probably she must have gotten what she was looking for, which is fame and money. Oh, goodness. And this is not far from the truth. It is not far from the men understand that there are a lot of women out there who just want to ruin that beautiful life of yours. That's beautiful life. Not because they're interested, not because they love you. It is because they want to ruin that beautiful marriage. They want to ruin that beautiful home. These girls are not smiling. These Jezebels are not smiling. They are jumping from one to the other. They are looking for meal tickets, looking for marriages to break. Some of them are worse than Jezebel. When they get hold of you, they are going to shred you into pieces until they have peace. If they don't do that, they will never find peace. What are you looking for? What are men looking for that their wives don't have? Take a look at Sammie Okposo's wife. She's so beautiful. She has it. I mean, is it Bobby? The only thing she doesn't have is what God himself can give. Only God himself, which is the fruit of the womb. It is something only God can give, no man. It is not because you're fertile that you conceive. Anything can happen. It is by the grace of God. She's fleshy. If he's looking for a woman he can touch, a woman she has it all. But of course, there's one Jezebel out there who want to ruin that beautiful life. There is one Jezebel out there who is not happy seeing another woman happy in her marriage. For how long will this infidelity ruin homes? For how long? I keep saying this on my live stream. Men, if you cannot hold, if your libido is so high, if you cannot, I mean, you cannot stick to one woman, by all means, go and get yourself another wife. Marry her legitimately and legally. Marry her legally. All this jumping, you don't know who these young girls are. You don't know who these side chicks are. You don't know their mission in your life. You don't know why they are out there. You don't know their purpose. Some of them have a mission. They have a purpose to just come for that life and ruin it. And you're out there thinking you're having fun. You run away from responsibility of having multiple wives, but you don't run away from the responsibility of having multiple side chicks. You run away from wives, but you stay with side chicks. And then people say the Bible said one man, one wife, right? One man, one wife, but one man, one wife with multiple side chicks. Is that what the Bible said? Did the Bible agree to side chicks? Solomon, yes, he has wives and concubines. David does have wives and concubines. There are so many great men also in the Bible who had wives and concubines, not side chick. Marry that woman and bring her home. If one wife cannot satisfy you, instead of having multiple side chicks, when a man goes, when he dies, that is when you know how many women he has out there, how many families. A woman came out to post a couple of days, day before yesterday, on Instagram. She said they've been suspecting all along that their father has another family out there. That their father has another family, second family out there. Only for when their father died, that was when they discovered that they are the second family. They are actually this. In fact, the mother is the side chick, and they are the second family, the second home. The man was legitimately married without letting the wife know. And then, their mother is the second home. They never knew. Instead, they were suspecting all along that their father had another wife and children somewhere due to some activities going on. Unfortunately, when he passed on, they are the second family. Men, why? Why do this? Why can't you come out with your open chest, with your mind? And I mean, if you feel you're man enough to go out there and sow your oats everywhere, why can't you be man enough to own up, come out? with your full chest and admit that yes, you did this. You want a second wife. You have a second home. Why break hearts? Why do this to women? 1 Peter 5:8 says, your enemy, the devil, is like a roaring lion. Yeah. Okay. Sneaking around to find someone to attack. Unfortunately, this time it was Sammie Okposo. The question is, who is next? Who is next? Some shocker they found. Thank you. Honestly, who is next? Many, a lot of women don't know what is going on. Oh, if God should open their eyes to see what their husbands are doing, to see that their husbands have children out there, have other women out there, they are not that are not legally, wives. Who is next? How many more lives will be ruined? The only solution is men keeping to their wives, staying faithful. It is the only solution. There is no two way out there. No two ways. Stick to your wife. Honor that marital vow. Respect your home. Keep the marriage sacred. What is it that you are looking for out there that your wife don't have? For those who have children, she has given you children. What more are you looking for? What more? What more? You think that side chick rubbing your molo head, that bad head of yours, and rubbing that pot belly of yours, you think the side chick loves you? The side chick doesn't love you. All she's looking for is her meal ticket. Meal ticket. The moment she gets what she's looking for, she sucks you dry and dumps you like an orange. No side chick loves sugar daddy. All they love is the money. The money, the meal ticket. That's all. The only person who loves you is your wife and your children, your family. Your family, you cannot. The side chick is there, and some of them, the moment they notice that you are a celebrity, you have money, they deliberately get pregnant to rope you in, to tie you, and to suck you dry. When they start asking for the money as blackmail, and you don't give it to them, they come out to shame you. They come out to embarrass you. They come out to disgrace you. Because the ratio between men and women are so abysmal. It has to be 1 man to 3 women. Really, please, how many have you married? How many have you married? You want to... It's not easy maintaining 2 wives or even 2 or 3 wives. It's not easy, and it is not for everyone. Tommy Finest, beautiful, the finest Tommy, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I love this name, Tommy Finest. Kindly give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you. Thank you. They are venomous. Yeah, thank you so much. They are venomous snakes. Men need to be very wise. Thank you. My network is very poor, host. Oh, Queen. Oh, Queen. So sorry about that. And my link is there. Whoever want to jump on the link, please jump on the link. Let us talk. Some of these side chicks, the moment they notice that the man is rich, they deliberately get pregnant and start blackmailing the man with the pregnancy. If you don't play balls, you don't play to their tune, they come out on social media. That is the only place, because the only mission from the onset is to ruin life, is to destroy that beautiful life, is to take away that talent. Now another beautiful talent is gone. Another soul is gone. All for what? On the account of infidelity. On the account of infidelity, when men have refused to keep their thing in between their legs, anointed or not, talented or not, if you don't keep your thing in between your legs, the devil is going to use that to win lives. We'll keep saying this. I will keep talking. Infidelity is one thing that has destroyed so many. It has brought down kings. It has brought down mighty men. It has brought down anointed men. How many anointed men has been ruined? How many anointed men have been destroyed on the account of infidelity? Hey, my beautiful Sade. My queen, I've missed you. Where have you been? Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you, Sade. Welcome. I have missed you, queen. I have missed you. Welcome. Please give me a thumbs up. Okay, I appreciate you. Women should just learn to treat their co-wives as sisters. That is for men who want polygamous home. And for for a man to be able to open up to polygamy, it takes courageous men. A lot of men we have out there are nothing but cowards who want multiple side chicks but cannot keep a second wife. They would rather have multiple side chicks, jumping from one woman to the other, but cannot take the courage. Like I said, it is not for everyone, and I'm not against it. I am not against it. But what I'm against is this infidelity. And I will keep shouting on the top of my voice. If you know you cannot maintain two wives, please stay away from infidelity. Stay away. Stay away from cheating on your wife. Stay away from ruining lives. Even these young girls that some of these sugar daddies carry, some of them are young enough to be their daughters. They get them pregnant, give them money to go take, to go get it, to go get rid of the pregnancy. If it's your daughter, how would you feel? How would you feel if it's your daughter? As you're ruining this young lady's lives. You have a daughter, you have sisters. What would it profit? What would it profit you? Why can't men just learn to keep their thing in between their legs? Respect their wives. Women will suffer with men. Women will go through hell and come back. Women will stand by their husband. They will give them all the support needed. Giving them all the emotional, all the moral, all the spiritual support needed. And then, just one day, all it takes is you start looking, you start eyeing. What is that thing? After all the sacrifice, what is that thing you're looking for that you're allowed to ruin a beautiful of yours? What is that thing? Because society made it so if they can maintain side chick, why can't they maintain more wives? Thank you. I love this. If you know how much men spend on side chicks outside, is it those that pay for their travel, travel abroad, or expense paid trip? Spending money to buy the most expensive head. December is coming. Side chick is going to bring their list. When a wife brings the same list, you hear the man shouting, where will I get the money from? Where would I get the money from? Can't you see that the economy is hard? Can't you see that things are tough? Can't you see there is no money? I have not gotten contract. I have not been paid. They make all sorts of excuses. But they can maintain a side chick 10 times. They can bring out the same money to maintain a side chick, even more. The amount they spend on a side chick, in fact, that amount is times 4. What they spend on wife is less. But when they go out, they spend so much on this side chick, all expense paid trip, expensive hairs. In fact, they cream these side chicks from. They can never bring out such money for their wives. Let the woman demand for or request for money. You hear excuses left, right, and center. Or a side chick will bring out a very long list. All she needs to do is to tap his head, that is coconut head. Tap that his coconut head, rub that his aphobia, that his belly, that is big enough like calabash. Rub it, and then the man will fall. He will start signing checks. What is that thing you're looking for? Is it what's ruining your marriage? A life has been lost. How many more on account of infidelity? Then something is wrong somewhere. Both genders need to sit down and state it and sort it out. But the problem is this: a lot of wives don't want this. A lot of husbands don't even want. Ask the men today. These same men that are dragging Sammie Okposo, dragging you Ledoche. In fact, let me even use Ledoche. These same men dragging you Ledoche for marrying a second wife that he got pregnant. Ask them now this question: can you take a second wife? No. But do you have side? They will proudly show off their side chick to their fellow men. They will proudly have 2, 3 side chicks and boast about it. Boast about their sexual prowess in the bedroom with their side chicks. But they all have side chicks. These same men who cannot stay with their wives will have multiple side chicks and will come out to throw stones. Men without balls. They will come out to throw stones, to drag to. The solution lies in all our hands. Keep your home. Protect your marriage. Do all you can. It is no longer in the hands of women to keep home. It is no longer in the hand of women to keep a marriage. It also lies in your hands, the men. Keeping a home is not the responsibility of a woman alone. It is both responsibility. You and I, you the man and you the wife, coming together to keep that marriage. It is not just the man alone. I mean, it's not just the woman alone. Women do all they can to keep a marriage, giving all their support. Before we preach here, every time I'm always here to talk to women, take care of yourself, maintain your home, cook good food for your husband, give him snake and the monkey, do this for your husband, do this. But what are the men doing aside infidelity? What are they doing? Hey, Queen. Hey, Sweet Pea, welcome. I appreciate you. I never understand how the side chick can acquire so many assortment of things and some wives have to beg for basic necessities. Is there a mental health issues in this coconut head? I don't know. I don't know. Men who can barely provide for their family. Men whose wife will ask for money, even money to just make a nice pot of soup, and they will roar like lions, but will go out and act like cats outside before a side chick. That is why more and more young girls are going into this side chick. More young girls who should settle down and become wives want to be side chick. More of them want to be side chick because that is the only thing that pays their bills. Shade say a lot of hypocrites, the same people crying over the death of this guy are the same people who wickedly criticized him, probably led to his depression. Of course, the same people who dragged him like Tiger Generator, the same people who called him all sorts of names, are all the ones, pouring out eulogies on social media. Oh, remembering all his songs, remembering how he has touched lives. But that mistake he made, did they ever forgive him? Even when he came out to ask for forgiveness, even when he came out to own up to it, even when he came out to say, I have sinned, I made this mistake. It was in my weakest moment. Blame the church for preaching one man, one wife. Then, if more men have side chicks, I don't know. All the men who go to church, all these men with side chicks, are they not church goers? But these same men condemn one man, one wife, but they are ready to have multiple side chicks. Hey, Yoma, thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you. Okay, you are the background. Okay, no problem, Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you, being a carer with case. Welcome. The same people who have been dragging are the same people coming out to say, oh, what a good man. He was such a good man. He was such a talent. He touched life. He did this. He did that. Nye, 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 nye. He who is without stone, he who is without sin, cast the first stone. Are these men out there more righteous? Are they better than Sammie? Are they better? No, of course. They are not. Are they better than you, Ledochie? Hell no, they are not. They are not. But everybody is righteous outside. Everybody is holy outside until they are being dragged. Everyone is holy, and that is from the front side. Estelle, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys. Sammie is gone. As a result of depression, this man fell into depression. Sammie is a lively man. Sammie Okposo is a very lively man. Anywhere he enters, they know he is there. Before he said Jack, he brings out his handkerchief. He dances a lot. As he's doing, he's wiping his face, sweating already, bouncing. He's such a sweet soul, a very lively soul. But daughters of Jezebel are not smiling. They are out there. They're out there looking for souls to reign, marriages to reign, and the men are not even paying attention. The men are not using their senses to know that this thing is fire. If I touch it, I'll get burnt. I feel so sorry for you and the second wife. They both have thick skin, surviving the online bullying. So many horrible people on social media, including the bloggers. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oyoyo Wanyoma is here. Thank you, Queen, for joining me. I appreciate you. Welcome.
Thank you so much, host. Well done. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for being very supportive. Everybody in the comment section, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
See,
Miss Ann Space, welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, Sade, for this comment you made now. A lot of people are dragging him. They have thick skin. That for them to be able to survive it up to this very moment. I hail you. You is a strong man. Judy is a strong woman. May is a strong woman too. Thank you. Wanyoma, welcome, please. Thank you so much.
thank you. So regarding Sammie and what Sammie did to his wife, and I also believe what he did to God because he's a minister of God, is
Yeah.
actually not something we can commend. You understand? It's very, very
Yeah.
disappointing, especially when you hold a position in church. You should lead by example. And if
Of
you
course.
say you read the Bible, you want to believe the things written about Bible in the terms that you want to believe that one man, one wife. You should be faithful to your partner. You should be faithful to your wife. But what happened to him, like that doctor you made reference said that
Yeah.
he did not apologize because he did wrong. He only apologized because he was caught. And sincerely,
Yeah.
I saw reasons with that guy because that's not true apology. Actually, if he had done that when he did that in October, go back to Nigeria, he could have called his wife. There was something that happened to me in my weakest point in the US, and this happened. But I believe he never did that with his wife. He never he never discussed that with the wife. He never apologized until this
The
same
side chick came
angel
out.
came out through Budoyibo TV to discuss that. What Sammie did, I have to call it what it is. He did wrong 1000%. Okay. And
Yeah.
the church pulling out from him initially was to set that as a reference for every other member of the church. You get it. But what I don't understand, at what point did they call him back at all? I don't know. Did they reconcile with him? I don't know. That I did
They
not
just
follow up
stopped
when it
inviting
happened.
him for ministrations. You know, a lot of these churches stopped inviting him for ministration, and the guy lived in that remorse, like he just couldn't get over it.
But I to be honest with you, when I heard that he died, I was so shocked. I felt he died in the US because he was just in the US like 3 weeks ago. He was
You
still going
see?
for ministration overseas. Okay, maybe it was not happening in Nigeria, but he was in the US. He toured US about 4 cities in the US like 3 weeks ago before he passed. So when I heard it, I was like, did he die in the States? Did he contract something? Or was it, that was what I was thinking until they said he
But
died
you
in
know, he's
Nigeria.
already in here. You know, one thing with depression is a silent killer. Depression is something that eats one. You may be outside, people might be thinking, oh, this person is so happy, this person is having the fun of his life and all that. But deep down, something is eating the person up.
Definitely,
Deep down,
definitely,
yeah.
definitely. What the part I would say I don't know if that ever happened was the church reconciling with him, because the note the church put up is that they are going to go through some prayer and cleansing and pleading and asking God for
Suspension. They
forgiveness
gave
and
him
all of that.
suspension.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know if they eventually reconciled with him or not. But I must say what he did is not commendable. Let me put it that way. He did wrong to his wife. He did wrong to the
Of
body of
course.
Christ. He did wrong to church and to God rather. But then again, when he came out to apologize, I made a live stream about that at the time. I was like,
Yeah.
my point of view on my live stream was that Sammie has done what no pastor in Nigeria has ever done. All those pastors
Thank
they
you.
called on. What he did
Thank
by
you.
coming publicly to apologize. We have been hearing about Pastor Suleiman for the past 10 or 15 years. He's been on the news with women. We've heard about Koza Ministry. Even he was
And
accused
he's
by
still denying it
Decorah's.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
They are all
Decorah's.
still denying it tomorrow.
So I was talking that day on my live stream that I know what Sammie did is not commendable. He did wrong to his wife. The person he owe
Absolutely.
apology is not me. He owed the apology to that his wife,
It is
to
what?
God, and to the body of Christ. That's where
Mm.
the responsibilities I believe he had at the time. And I now said, okay,
Gabriela, welcome. Thank you
if
so much for coming. I appreciate you.
if all those pastors that have been accused, if at all one of them would do half of what Sammie did, one person, then we know
Yeah.
the revival has come. But they can't,
Mm.
because if they do that, they're going to lose membership. They are going to lose
It
offering money. They are going to
it
lose
takes
tithe money.
courageous men to own up. Look, even if I understand where you're coming from, he wouldn't have if he was not caught. Of course, it is he who is caught that is a thief. He who is not caught is not a thief yet. Thank you so much. So Esther, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Now, even if he came out to publicly apologize after the side chick, at least it still takes courage for him to own up and say, yes, I did what I am being accused of. I am sorry. Like the case of this pastor, how many times have women come out to accuse him? Till today, has he come out to own up to it? No. Has he come out to
That's
apologize?
the
No.
point. That's the point. I looked at it. But then again, I don't know if the church reconciled with him. That I cannot verify. And it was never in the news after that
Yeah.
incident. And another thing I would say is this. I don't know who is listening to this message or who is hearing us today, but whoever that is going to listen to this or is listening right now, please do check up. Go see your doctors. Take these things very seriously. Most people in Nigeria don't visit the hospital. If they have fever, they will go to the pharmacy and buy malaria medication. They don't diagnose to know what is causing the fever before you start taking malaria medication. That's where I have a problem with. We are talking about Sammie. Sammie died at 51. A schoolmate of mine died at 46, leaving 5 children behind. He just went to bed and did not wake up because
And
of
did
what?
not wake
High
up.
BP. Yes, high BP. So anything can kill anybody, whether it's depression, whether it's high blood pressure, whether it's anything. If you go for checkup, that's when you can be able to dictate whether you have high blood pressure, whether you're the medication, if you're qualified for you to be on medication. You can only get to know what is happening in the internal system when you go see a doctor that knows better than you. Anything we see outward, people in back home in Nigeria, they are more of beautifying the outward appearance, getting the
Than the
BBL lift,
inside.
getting the Brazilian butt lift, breast lift, Botox, but nobody is caring about what is internal. We can see. See a doctor. People should see a doctor. If this guy had, I don't know, but I want to believe, like they said, he went to bed, he did not wake up. It could be heart attack. It could just
Of
be heart
course.
attack. And
You
again,
know, there's a YouTuber that it happened to the husband. You know, people, a lot of men are going to sleep and not waking up these days, and it calls
yeah,
for concern. You know, it calls for concern because women, this is really worrying me as a woman. You know, a woman goes to bed with her husband and then wakes up with the husband still just lying there stiff. It calls for serious worry. It
yeah,
calls for serious worry. I know he must have been going for checkup. You understand, Sammie Okposo. But what we don't know is, has he been managing it properly? Why
that is
touring?
another thing.
Why
That is
traveling around?
another
Has
thing.
he been managing it properly? Yeah,
And like
Sade
I
said, let me
said,
read what Sade said, because I can't pin it due to my link. Let me read it. Say, absolutely, Sammie and you admitted to doing wrong. The others who are still committing the abomination, like the pastors mentioned, are still worship. That is, people are still clapping for them. They still call them daddy, daddy. They still bow before them. They still give them all the honor because they refuse to own up to it. That is the problem with social media. It is the problem with our world today. You admit to your sin. People will keep throwing stones. Kuboya, bring stick, finish him, kill him, scatter him, bring the 10 inches block. But if you deny, they say yes. Yeah, it is probably, maybe he didn't do it. No. It's one Jezebel trying to bring him down. All this Jezebel, all these witches and wizards, all these young girls who want to destroy marriage, they want to pull down men of God. Because the men of God, of course, don't want to admit that they're human. They don't want to admit that they have weaknesses.
Absolutely. See, host, however well we look at it, it's so unfortunate that this man died. But like I said, everybody will die someday. Death is an inevitable thing, is a price we all owe. The time and hour we don't know. But the things we can do to prevent it, especially when it's untimely, we should do those things. We should be able to live clean. For example, and my daughter was asking me a few days ago, what killed the so uncle? I said uncle used to smoke cigarettes a lot and he ended up having lung cancer and he died from there. If you
Which
know
uncle
that,
is that?
no, is that in my family, our relative.
Okay.
So I was
Okay.
telling my daughter, see, like cigarettes, smoking can cause you this, but people still do it. They know it can lead them to death. People still do it. So the thing is, if you know what will lead you to that untimely thing, cut off from it. If you're a heavy set person, find out any exercise that can work for you. Cut down on some kinds of food. You understand? It's just a matter of being disciplined. You're very particular about what you eat, host. Bread is a no-no for you. Ask people how
Yeah.
many times they consume bread, including me. You understand? Ask people,
I
you
don't
find
eat
out that
bread.
people are not as intentional as we ought to be with our own health. You understand? We
Yeah.
don't know exactly what went wrong with Sammie.
Autopsy
Autopsy,
will be released soon,
yeah,
I believe. The
autopsy.
family will release the cause of death, but it's very likely it's cardiac arrest.
Yeah,
It's very
I
likely
know,
it happened in the sleep.
likely it's cardiac arrest. If really a friend of ours here in the state, that was how the husband died. The husband went to bed and did not wake up. And the unfortunate thing is that they don't share the same bedroom. So by the time she woke
Ah,
up in the morning, getting the children ready, the man had died like 2 or 3 hours ago.
oh
Assuming they share the
goodness.
same bed, when the cardiac arrest happened, they could have called 911. He could have been saved. You understand? But that was how
Mm.
that happened.
This
Another
same thing
issue,
happened to a friend when I was in US too. That was about 4 years ago. And then he woke up already, stood up, took a few steps, and then just slump.
mhm, yeah.
Just slump.
So
Nothing.
it's sad about what happened to Sammie, and I want to believe, if at all, the church will make any movement in changing their way of life, their behavior, their doctrines. I
Mm.
hope, I hope this will sound as a warning, because, like you said, most of them, including the pastors that are heading the church, they're all doing the same thing. Their wives have,
Some are doing worse. Some are doing worse.
yeah,
Mary Queen, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Please give me a thumbs up, Mary Queen. Welcome. Some of them are doing worse, Wanyoma.
yeah. And those people, their wives, I call them bag of forgiveness, because they've been forgiven. Only God knows how many times they've forgiven. And why is it that nobody's stepping down? Because of offering money, because of the
Tight money.
society life, the private jets. Nobody wants to say, you know
Yeah.
what, I'm done with this man. Nobody wants to
Mm-mm.
like call the man out. Those were the
Mm-mm.
things I
You
said in
want
my
them to
live
lose
stream.
the title of Mommy Gio. You
That's
want
the
them to lose
thing.
the title, Mommy
So
Gio.
it's unfortunate what happened, but then again, people should take their health so seriously. Be intentional. The way people are intentional, posing on Instagram, taking pictures, and even going to the extreme to go and borrow dresses to take pictures, go to hotels to take pictures. They should be intentional about their health in the same manner, or even more. When you have a court,
Yeah.
for example, you can see that you have a court. But when something is going on the internal system, you can't see it unless you go look for an expert to help you. People should know that high BP can kill. Cardiac arrest is just at the instant.
It's
A,
just
a,
at the instant.
a director of ours, when I was in the bank, was jogging in his area in Ikoyi. He slumped and he died. This is a man that comes to the US all the time for medical checkup. You understand? But he was busy having back to back board meeting, 4 days on a row. Look at what happened by when the man was gone. Okay.
And this is like a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call to a lot of men who are busy working non-stop. Take time out. Take time out to go for checkup. Take time out to eat healthy. Because in the course of working, some of them just throw whatever they find into their mouth and then just keep going. Cut down on healthy lifestyle. This work. Okay, it's always you said he was on a show 3 weeks ago.
Okay, for
no, I'm not this director like Sammie, who was busy touring. Maybe within that period of time, he didn't pay attention to the signs, to the warning.
Absolutely.
Love and light show, welcome.
When I heard he died, I thought it happened in the US because he was touring. Then again, host, you might need to stress this point more. Our men are very stubborn. They don't like going to the hospital. They don't want to see doctors. They feel they can macho it and say, yes, I am fine. If you're telling them, go and see a doctor, they will say, baby, it's just a minor thing. It's gone. I'm fine. Please, you're not fine. Go see a doctor, including the one in my house. Go see a doctor.
When I call this man big baby, I am not kidding. And that is why I am putting it in the hands of their wives. Do whatever you can to watch what they eat and force them to go see a doctor. Yes, Gabriela, eating healthy is simple. Thank you, Love and Life Show. Thank you so much. Please give me a thumbs up. Eating healthy, me personally, I'm particular about what I give to my husband and what he eats. In fact, can I shock you? When I said it the other time, it's as if I was kidding. I think I've mentioned it a couple of times on my live stream. My husband, he doesn't eat out. Yes, even at work. I pack his lunch. You know why? Because I want to be sure what he eats out there. These men can buy anything and eat. They can eat anything. They don't care. Even when they are feeling pains, you tell them to go to the hospital. They will just tell you it's minor. They tell you it's minor. Don't worry. It's nothing serious. Wives, please pay attention. Force them. In fact, shove it down their throat. If you need to nag them on that thing, please nag. Go ahead and nag it.
Yeah.
If you talk to them gently, they don't listen. You talk to them lovingly, they don't listen. Please nag it. Keep nagging until they do it. I don't give room. Because at the end of the day, if he has any problem, I will equally be affected. So if it takes me preparing and making sure that I take out junk from your diet, I will do that. Hello, I am the wife. I am the one that controls the kitchen. So I make sure what you eat. And if you are outside, so long as if I know I can't control what you eat, I pack your lunch. I know if he's told you, come back home and have your dinner.
Yeah.
Do not keep them quiet because some of them want to use their macho power to silence you, even when you are telling them, are you the one to control what I eat? Do you want to start controlling what I eat? Yes, uncle, I want to start controlling what you put in your mouth because you are my husband. I don't want to be a widow because you're my husband.
Yeah. Then again, host.
Okay, sorry, mommy. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you so much, mommy. Welcome, ma.
Welcome, please. Another thing I want to mention here is this. When I was in Nigeria, you understand, I never heard, maybe at the time, none of my sisters were up to 50, so I wouldn't know. But when I got here, okay, my sister-in-law is a pharmacist. And we were having this discussion at one time because I ask a lot of questions. I really do. I can have 2-hour conversation with you. All I'm asking is question upon this. How do you handle this when it comes? So she started telling me that, that once somebody is 50, the person should be taking baby aspirin. When I mean baby aspirin. And I said baby aspirin. I say in Nigeria at the time it was prohibited because my mother used to take aspirin a long time. Then all of a sudden the doctor said, no, they can't be giving aspirin. She said, no. Baby aspirin is over the counter. You buy it in the US. It will help you with cardiac arrest. Please
help me time these people out. Diago.
Oh my God. Let me go to my computer. Hold on.
Don't worry. Okay, I think it has been done. Okay. It has been removed.
Okay.
Yeah. Baby aspirin is lighter.
Yeah.
It's lighter.
So baby aspirin, once you're 50, is expected you put the person on baby aspirin. So she was telling me all of that, how she had to do that with for her daddy, for all the relatives. I know they are very cheap, they are over the counter, anyway you can just walk into the store and buy it. So when my elder sisters came, those were one of the medicines I said they should go with. As I'm buying Tylenol for them, I'm buying baby aspirin. You can buy a big jar. You don't have to take it every day. You can alternate the days. But
Every
when you
other
get
day.
home, before you start taking it, if you get home to your primary physician, ask your primary physician. And when they come here for medical checkup, I make sure I put that question to the doctor that is seeing them. These are the questions you ask. Is this okay for my health, age, and weight? The doctor, yeah. So they went home with those medication. And when they get, I told them, if you get home, ask your doctor that you saw a doctor in the US. What do
Okay,
he
Baba's
or her
kitchen.
think?
Okay. Go on.
So people should know, do the things you can do within your reach, and the rest leave it unto God. Lack of exercise, Sammie is on a big side. We don't know
Yeah.
if he has internal sicknesses. BP is something that is forever with the person, especially when he's fully
You have
developed.
to keep managing it. We have to keep
Managing it, you
managing it.
understand? We don't know if Sammie is suffering from diabetes, or if he's suffering from blood pressure, if he has any other thing going on in his life that we can't testify. But what I know is that people should please live intentionally when it concerns health. I keep saying this. Before the COVID, for 5 years, my breakfast was vegetable and one apple or banana, and 16 ounces of water. Before 10 o'clock, I've taken 16 ounces of water. It became a ritual for me. I did it for 5 years. I never gained one pound. I was on a
Wow.
particular weight for that length of time. Was it delicious initially eating vegetable in the morning? When I eat vegetable, it's raw vegetable, salad. It's raw. It wasn't delicious. But when my body got used to it, my taste palate changed. I started craving for it. You're doing this intentionally because you want to feed your internal system better.
Yeah.
As we are buying all expensive cream, wearing expensive perfume, that's the one on one dear will see. That's the one somebody will perceive when I pass. But how about the things
Yeah.
that go inside my system? Please, we should live intentional. We don't know what kills Sammie. It could be depression, it could be heart attack, it could be blood pressure that
It
was
could
so
be a
high.
combination of all. It could be
Yeah.
combination of all, because maybe yes, he has been on the big side before he even did this cheating of a thing. He's been on the big side and maybe he's been managing it. But when depression sets in, one, the person will begin to feel worthless. You understand? Especially when being dragged all over the place. Somebody that everyone looks up, so many people look up to him. He's a name that rings bell everywhere. One of the best entertaining gospel artists we have in Nigeria. One of the best. So imagine his name being soiled like this. The shame, the embarrassment, the humiliation, the disgrace, everything combined, then add to whatever he's been managing before. So when depression sets in, he may have even stopped managing his blood pressure well. That feeling of worthlessness sets in. When you
But
combine that to anything he's been
host,
managing before,
now
it
you
makes it worse.
now you said this. Before I came in, remember you were telling our men to please start being faithful to your wives and all of that, and
Yeah.
forget about side chick. If he's feeling rejected and feeling everything, he contributed to that rejection. He and him
He
alone
did.
did the act. Nobody
He
was
did.
there when he was sweeting them. Okay? And there is this saying that people live by their action. You understand? And I can't remember the exact way he's saying. They said, is it the sins of the father who visit the present generation? No longer the third and the fourth and the fifth generation. He visits us right now. Okay?
Instantly.
Yeah. So what Sammie did led to his rejection. Then what comes after you have realized, okay, I made a mistake, I did this wrong, and because of that, I'm going through this suffering, I'm going through, God, how do I come out of this depression? It takes you to go back to that your wife, the one you rejected before you committed that act, and you guys will
But
figure it
what
together,
what
navigate it together.
what if it was so difficult for the remember, this woman is going through a lot already. Remember that this woman that he betrayed stood by him through thick and thin. And this woman has a challenge. So when this thing happened, do you think it's going to be very easy for the wife to let go or forgive? Just like what is happening between Jule Edochie and May Edochie now. Let's use it. This is a typical example of a man who is still alive right now. Okay, he hurt the wife. We don't know what happened. What happens in in their houses? How many times he's been apologizing? All we see are on social media. Okay, that is all we see. We don't know if he's been making an effort to apologize to her, if the wife has been pushing him away, or if she has forgiven him. We don't know. But one thing where I am yet to see is if the church actually called him out. Like I said from the initial stage, that the church is like a hospital where sick people come to. When a sick person comes to the hospital and the doctor pushes the person away, there is every likelihood that the person will die with that illness, isn't it? So this is the same case. Spiritually, yes, he needs that help. Did the church embrace him and welcome him back like a prodigal son? Did they embrace him back? No. That is why everybody wants to be righteous in the church, pretend to be righteous, hypocritical in the church. Everybody wants to be very holy in the church. Why? Because if you make mistake, even the church will not welcome you back. So everybody pretends. Everybody's hiding, including the pastor himself. Everybody's hiding. So this guy didn't get up. On social media, he's been dragged left, just like they're dragging you. See, you see what I'm saying today? You see all these people dragging you. God forbid anything happens to you, Ledochie. These are the same people. Oh, he's such a handsome guy, very talented. Look at his voice. Oh, what an amazing man. In fact, this man did this and he owned up. These same people will forget that they dragged him. So that is why everybody wants to pretend and hide their sin under the umbrella of a church, under the cover of a church. Everybody wants to hide and be righteous. Everybody wants to pretend. Did the church welcome him back, Oyoyo? We don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know that
because
part.
That's the first place you would have started healing.
Based on what Suleiman said, Pastor Suleiman said that he was on the phone with Sammie the other time. Sammie talked about what the church did to him, that the church never forgave him, according to Suleiman. Okay, that was one of the things that hurt Suleiman so badly. Okay. The thing is that what people are what people, okay? It takes somebody who is spiritual to be able to, overlook some things and move on. It's unfortunate that Sammie has passed. I don't know what contributed to his passing. The autopsy, if they're going to be able to share that, they can be able to tell us. But I want people to know that there are so many people, dead people walking on the road in terms of human being. A lot of people are not well. That's why I keep telling people, no matter how provoked you are, don't fight that person, because you don't know if the person is just a skeleton in human clothing. You don't know who is well. You don't know who is not well. So I don't know what his challenges are, but God, I believe, sees all, and I believe God will comfort his family. And if the church never forgave him, this will be a wake-up call for the church. For them to remember that, look, you can't chase your own away. Even if you do, the Bible says we should spank a child with a left hand and use the other hand
and to draw the child closer.
Yeah, sorry guys, I have a sick patient.
Sorry, princess. Oh, my baby.
So
my baby.
If the church did that for this man, I cannot verify that. But I pray this will be a wake-up call for the church, for the body of Christ. In deeper life, the little I know about them, they will put the person, how is it outcast? Yeah, they give you backseat. There is something they call it again, I can't remember. And that might be for 4 months. Is it ostracized? I'm not sure if they call it ostracized.
I've forgotten the word, just sorry. Some churches do it for 6 months.
Something like that.
You sit at the back of the church and everybody will know that this is your sin. This is where you are. You belong for the next 6 months.
So I don't know if that's what the house. I think you worship with the house on the rock, because that was where I met Sammie for the first time when I went for praise worship.
House on the rock. Yeah.
Hands on the rock. So I don't know if they ever did that. I don't know their protocols. I don't know their doctrine.
Mm,
But let this be, a wake up call for everybody. Nobody is perfect.
mm.
Okay, nobody is perfect. Yul and Judy are still trending, because May is still trending. If May can come out to the public and shut down the internet, everybody will go home. You give them maximum of 3 weeks, everybody will go home. But May is not ready to shut down the internet, so everybody is enjoying the
May is
fame.
enjoying the fame, the newfound fame. Haven't you seen that recently? They are saying what is trending now is that Yul has been keeping May in the dark, in the closet for so many years. That May finally she's coming out to shine. Yul has kept her hidden in the closet all these years. She's shining now. That is what is raining on the internet today. That is what is raining. That is
So
what is raining.
it is what it is. I don't know. I feel so.
Mm.
Sammie is gone. We can't wake him up. But the wife he left behind, I feel so, so, so pain for the woman. She has been with this guy for this will be their 12th year. Okay, this November
Yes,
I think
11
made
years
it
counting.
yeah, I think this November made it their 12th years anniversary. And
Ah, good.
she stood with this man for that length of time, all the escapees Sammie was involved with, because this wasn't his first time. For people that don't know,
But
it
they
wasn't.
had a child. He had a child before they got married. I don't know if they were dating then. Let me read this thing Shade says. It says some of these churches are awful within. The harassment Sammie received within the church could be worse than social media. Church people are the worst. And then Cornelius says the church is not really interested in betterment of the congregants. They are there for their own selfish reason. It is well, it is well,
Yeah,
because some of the things I see, it is well, I'd rather stay at home and worship God. Ike ashira them. I don't have strength for all these things. I would rather stay at home and worship God. Nemuza, Nemuza, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. You see, Oyoyo, another thing we have to look at this infidelity with men. You know, I have been saying this, and I will keep shouting it. I will keep saying it. What is it that a man is looking for out there that the wife he has at home doesn't have? What is he looking for? What is that thing? If it's breast, your wife has breast. If it's nyash, your wife has nyash.
If you ask me who will I ask, I wish.
I'm
Let's assume
asking
if I were
you.
to be a man, maybe I will have a better answer to this question, because the woman. Let me get so personal. I'm sorry, I have to say it that way. The woman Sammie cheated with, you can't even compare the woman to Sammie's wife. Do you
All the
understand what I'm
time,
saying?
check around. It's not only this.
So she might be pretty on the face, but Sammie's wife still got the body, despite the fact that she's advanced a little bit. She's not a baby. The woman in question is not a child either. It's a full-grown woman. But when you look at both of them, you said, I don't know what they are looking for. Maybe he was sex staff at a point. I don't know. For that few weeks he came to the US. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Is he not a church member? Is the woman not a church member? Is she not one of the church members?
No,
is the woman an outsider?
The woman. See, if you listen to the story of that woman, the woman she's been following Sammie for a long time. She got connected through Sammie's music. So when Sammie was going to the US, you understand, he said, okay, I'm going to be Houston, Chicago, Atlanta. The woman said, oh, I live in okay, I'm gonna be there. I'm going to come and see you perform live. That was how it all started. From going to come and see you perform live, one thing led to the other.
And they now lied to themselves.
One night show led to pregnancy. Okay, then you now start asking yourself, but all the while we were talking lady with this man, you already seen his profile. He's a married man, he's a minister of God. Even when the one thing was less, so you went to see him. After seeing him minister life, you guys start having chat. At what point should you draw the line? I don't know.
The woman was
So
ovulating when she met Sammie Okposo, so it was a deliberate pregnancy. She knew she was going to conceive. It was deliberate. She knew she was going to conceive. That woman knew she was going to conceive. It was something planned out. She already knew that, okay, if I meet this guy unprotected at this time of my life, I know that she knows she will conceive. So this is something she planned. She wanted the child support. Of course, you know she's in America, isn't it? Sammie will be paying child support. She has a child for a international gospel artist.
Okay, what
Everything is there.
What happens now? Sammie is gone.
Hey,
so
he's gone. Now? She will take care of the child. The child will be Okposo.
They will get the estate, and if the family decide to tell you that Sammie has no estate, what will you do? Nothing.
She has a child already. After American men, are they not running from child support? American men have been running from from getting a woman pregnant. So she now got one that was willing to get her pregnant. Sammie that was going to, I know he's late now, but you see, that is one thing with, you know, you have a wife, you know, you're a gospel artist, you want to do, even if it's one night stand, can't you just get condom? How much is condom? Should I start dashing men condom? Should I start doing giveaway? I will start doing condom giveaway on this my live show.
Obodo Igbo TV even asked the lady that question. How come you had no protection?
Okay.
She did. How come, since he was a one man, how come you had no protection? You knew he was married and all of that. At least you've seen the lady try to justify the action that it was just so quick, one thing led to that. You could have just said no.
It was at the back door or the balcony.
It has happened.
A woman, that means she has been losing. That means she has been doing this thing without protection all along. That means any man she meets, she quickly does it without protection, isn't it? That shows you the kind of person she is. And I don't know what is wrong with this man. You are spiritual, yet you don't have spiritual. And that is the problem. That's why I say people are religious, but are not spiritual. Very, very religious, not spiritual. How can you losing yourself like that? A renowned gospel artist, you losing yourself like, I'm not here to judge him. But the problem with our men is, as that thing they hungry them, that time, that point in time, they just lose their senses. And forget that it could be infection, even if it's not pregnancy. What about infection? What about infection? You know, something worse than pregnancy.
When that thing happened, when I listened to those back and forth interview with Obodo Igbo TV, I felt so bad for not even the woman. Because the woman, she and Sammie at the point, I placed them on the same seat. But the wife in Nigeria, when Sammie got back home, I believe he went straight. Oh, honey, was received at the airport by the wife. Maybe that night action would happen, right? Action would happen with that dirty body that he was coming in. Action will happen. Your wife does not know. You know, they will even tell their wife, see, this is I messed up when I was in the US. I think I need to see a doctor before we get intimate. They will never
open mouth and tell the wife. How?
They will never.
So they will, in this century, in this world,
the same death. That's what I'm saying. The same filthy body and to the wife. So how many of this filthy nonsense have we been receiving as wives? Do you understand? So it's so painful when you look at it. Like I said in my stream, the person that deserved this man's apology was the wife, and then God, and the body of Christ, because he held a position at the time. Apart from that, Sammie does not owe me any apology because I don't need that. He did not offend me personally.
He shouldn't have personally. Now, let us even look at him coming on social media. Do you think it's even wise that he came out on social media? Because personally, I'm saying, I don't see any reason why he should have come out on social media to want to make this apology. I know it takes courageous men to do that. But then the only person I feel he owes that apology is his wife and the church. Even if it means him going to the church, standing on the pulpit and doing that, or going to the pastor's office and letting the pastor know. These two, and okay, most importantly, the wife. But coming out on social media, he was thinking, okay, this thing is going to be all over social media. So if I come out on social media and say it, since the news is everywhere on social media, let me apologize on social media to my fans. Instead of being forgiven and welcome, or even so, you did wrong, but we forgive you for even coming out and owning up to your, nonsense. You get even. Do you think it's even
host,
right to have come out on social media in the first place?
Yeah,
I don't see the reason.
Okay, him coming out of the social media was to shut down the whole thing, and he succeeded in doing that. The moment he pulled that message out, no, he shut the story down. The moment he pulled that notice out, then and got in touch with this woman, he joined Obodo Ibo's live stream with this lady. Then at some point he left the live stream. You understand? So he shut down the social media. But what I don't know is, after shutting down the social media, how did you take your own mental health? Like I said, this is not the first time Sammie has gotten involved with a woman. You don't know the length of times he's done this before. Even the church kept forgiving and covering up. You understand? But maybe this one has blown out of proportion that the church couldn't control. We don't know.
He was really dragged, though. He didn't shut down the social media. This guy was dragged, though.
No, it brought a calm to it, in the sense that at least they stopped dragging it back and forth. What the news were, oh, Sammie has apologized, oh, Sammie apologized. Then when they start pulling out from the conferences he had to attend at the time, that made the news.
Yeah.
But after he shut down, because him and the woman started talking, people like Obodo Ibo TV made a final live stream on that, and that ended the conversation. You understand? Because he was the one championing it at the time. But
she was the one championing.
Yeah, she was. Did he take care of his mental health after that? No. I don't know how many times Sammie must have done this to the church. I don't know how many girls in the church he has done this with. I had in my own will I say some story I heard when I was in Lagos about Sammie, and even some Nollywood actresses. Even some of them were in this recent wedding. I don't want to mention their names. You understand? But the thing is that I don't know if at the time he was doing all of that, if he was married with this wife, that I can verify. So I don't know.
Yeah, that is like how many years now? This is almost 12 years now. They've been married for. So we're looking at 2010.
Okay, 2010. Yeah.
Yeah, looking at 2010.
I don't know how many times he must have gotten into situations like this within the church itself, and the church tried to settle this case, sweep it under the rug. So that
the church that is trying to settle the case, who is his mentor? How righteous and holy is his mentor?
No, I'm not here to talk about righteousness in terms for anybody and all of that. But what I'm talking
about, because that is the problem. That is the problem there. He might be seeing his mentor doing the same thing. He might be, if the mentor has been covering up, for instance, he's been doing this and the mentor has been covering up, that means there is more to his mentor. Tell me who is your mentor, and I will tell you who you are.
See, host, whether he's been seeing the mentor covering up and all of that, he's an adult. He knows what is right to do before his wife, and he knows what is right to do before God. You can't live your life because the person that your so-called mentor is living his own life in that manner. No, I can't, because I call you my mentor. If you're putting your hands into fire, I will go and put my own hands in the fire because you're my mentor.
I'm saying if he has been doing this, for instance, and maybe, for instance, because I can't really say if he has, but like if, for instance, he's been doing this before now, and then, they don't call him out until now, or maybe they don't let the church know, because the problem is letting the body of Christ know. Unfortunately, the members we have, that even if you call out someone, and the person denies it, they will stand by that person through thick and thin and say, no, he didn't do it, just like they do with their pastors today. He didn't, he cannot do it, he cannot do it, he cannot do it, but until there is evidence, so maybe if he has been doing it without any evidence, he can go scot-free. Of course, just the usual thing.
No, see, let's assume that such thing has happened in their church. and the lady in question he got entangled with reported to the pastor. They're gonna call him for a meeting. That's how I know it's those kind of discussion
Closed door
goes.
office meeting and
Yeah, they will
settle
call
it.
him for a meeting. They will be able to like talk about it, discuss it, apologize, him apologize, and all of that. Them going into prayers and repentance and some forgiveness and all of that. But they are not going to come to the pulpit and say our choir master was entangled with our choir mistress. They're not gonna come and say that. They are not going to say that. You understand? They are not going to, and sincerely speaking, they are not supposed to say that, because they owe that forgiveness to the people, involved in the situation and to God. But where I have a problem is like the issue of Suleiman. The wife must have received a lot of evidence and she's still there. That's where I have a problem. If there are glaring evidence, you understand, against a particular thing that is being discussed, and you are aware of it as a pastor's wife, you're supposed to put your husband. It's like when they tell you put your house in order. You're supposed to
What
put
can
that
she
house in
do?
order.
What can
It's
Suleiman's wife do when they has private jet? She's enjoying anywhere she wants to go to marry, anywhere she wants to travel to today, she will go. Her children attend the best schools. They have the best medical doctors around. They can do, in fact, they have everything at their beck and call. A lot of, in fact, let me say 99.9 women will stay. Let the man continue cheating, even in the face of this. Let the evidence be glaring. They would rather stay than work. 99.9 in her shoes today. A big mommy Gio. Mommy Gio. Big mommy Gio. Welcome back. Thank you so much all for help. A big mommy Gio with everything at her beck and call. She goes nowhere. Forget that one. Koza pastor, what is not Koza? Is it Koza? This one now that is sick. Pato Koza na Pato that is
Fato B or something.
He's sick now. He's always on the news for things like this too. Let's see. One thing I know is this scammer serves hot. Nobody is righteous, we know. But hello, if you're an office holder, be very careful. If you have a flock you're overseeing, be careful. If you have people looking up to you, be very careful. You have the power to cover everything. You have people who will support. The day Karma wants to come and visit on our Dioko, it's very hot. It comes hot. I pray that whatever is wrong with him, you should take care of it too. Because that guy doesn't look well. That guy doesn't look well. That guy is really sick. He doesn't look well. God is the one who owes the one he owes apology to, not the congregation, and definitely not human beings. Yeah. With all the information out there, people will still have unprotected going on and doing all kinds of wickedness till infinity. Is there really a resolution to all this madness? Don't be angry, please. There is no. The only thing we keep praying and begging, men, please, help us keep that thing in between your legs in check.
See, host. I was reading a title this morning on YouTube. They say Sammie Okposo's death. Is he karma? So what will you say?
It's the same question I asked myself. Hey, Nike, welcome. You made it, girl. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Please give me a thumbs up. That is the question. Is it karma, his health issues, or depression? Which one? Is it depression from social media dragging, or the shame? Or is it karma? Has it been hiding things we don't know until karma decided to visit? We don't. Or is it health issues that he has not really been paying attention to? We don't know.
Yeah, to me, I think it's health issue. And I don't want to believe it's karma, because who am I to judge? He has gone in prayers and asked his God for forgiveness. God is not man. God is God.
Yeah.
He forgives without looking back, without judging us. So his grace, his mercy is abundant, and I believe God has forgiven Sammie. I want to believe what happened to him is a health related issue, especially
Couple
the
with
way he
depression. Couple with depression, Queen. Couple with
woke up. So
depression.
it could be,
That guy
yeah, it could be.
withdrew. He withdrew. Forget what you are seeing on the outside. That guy withdrew. That thing affected him so much. That thing affected him so much.
Yeah, of course it will affect him. See, that's why we keep telling people prevention, they say, is better than cure. Okay. If like
Oh, Queen, my princess, get us something warm. I hope the room is not cold at all. Hmm?
no, the room is very warm. She's bothering me here. She wants to make me up to look like you.
Oh, yeah, open the camera. Let me see you.
You're
Open the
not
camera.
serious.
Cornell
No,
is saying that, yes, there is resolution. Women should allow men marry as many wives as possible. The church should desist from hypocrisy. No kwamo. Hell. Okay. Neighbors are saying not karma. If it's karma, if karma should hit the world, most wouldn't exist. I'm telling all of us, nobody will stand. Like it's hard to affect it. It's hard to affect him because it had to affect him because it was not his first time. In Ania,
I
those
know
of you who
that.
cannot keep your team in between your
I
legs,
know
please can
that.
you go and marry second wives?
Nikki's word, welcome. You said it. I know that it's not his first time, and I know one of the ladies that forget about Sammie. You understand? But this one choked. This one is the one they say something like he choked Yule Dochie after
Yule
eating
Dochie,
Yori Yori. He ate
the
Yori Yori,
bone
choked
that
him. You
hooks.
understand? That's
Eh?
what happened to Sammie, and it became a
The,
public discussion.
the
I
difference
mean,
between these two people, Sammie is a gospel artist known, like, this righteous people expect things from office holders and the church. People expect them to be more holy, more righteous, more sacred. They don't expect things like them. But Yule Doche, because he's an actor, maybe that's why he developed this in everything they say, all the dragging they did. That guy Akochara, instead of come on social media and do, man, I don't you know what I'm saying?
no, for you to
But
survive,
that guy may not be happy.
for you to survive social media, you have to be bullish. You have to forget about calmness and forget
Call
about
them bluff.
decorum. You have to
Call them
forget
bluff.
decorum, everything that makes you a gentleman, throw it to the trash. Because you did his own, and he knew that he wasn't settling well with anybody, even his own child. But he's making peace with everybody now, including the daughter. Okay, so the thing
Yeah.
is this: for Sammie can't come on social media and start calling them names. So if you talk now, I'm going to expose everybody. No, he holds an office, and he tries to be more respectable and respectful to others as well. But you na aboro on the main market, so you
Oh,
doesn't
double
care.
no send, oh. But you see, Oyoyo, let me say, I respect you, Lady. Hey, Rosie's Glam, thank you so much for coming. Please give me a thumbs up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shade say people expect what they don't offer from others. Thank you. Yule Doche, that guy thick skin. Him and Judy. If there's one woman I respect so much, one woman I've come to love, one woman I admire. You see, despite all that happened, is Judy. How she was able to overcome all the trolling. Do you know that up till this very moment, if Judy drops anything on social media, they will drag her with it. If Judy says, they will drag her with it. If she says,
See, you can be admiring Judy, but I have nothing else to admire from Judy. Okay,
no, you don't
I
get
have
it. Oh, you don't
I
get me
have
wrong. Don't
nothing.
get me wrong.
No,
Not for what
let,
she
let,
did,
let,
but
let me
I'm
let
saying
me let me
developing thick skin
yeah, let me
against
finish host.
against
Let me
all
tell
odds.
you. Let me tell you why I
Everybody,
say that.
everybody have done wrong, but nobody's
That I
righteous.
know. Host, if I want to this now, I will not go to somebody who already has a family. Okay? I will not do that.
She different places. And when
No,
there are people who mess up in different places. This is her
I
own. She's not
understand.
righteous, but she's not letting it bring herself. She's not letting it destroy her. She's not letting it stop her from living. She's not letting it stop her existence.
There is this thing I know, I'm going to say the African or Igbo adage. Onye kpatara nkụ ahụhụ, nyanwa si ngwere visit yenya. He who brings a log filled with ants, you're welcoming lizard for a feast. And that is exactly what Judy brought.
You are not getting what I'm saying. Admiring her thick skin against all the trolling on social media, against everything. Do you know that it's not every woman that can stand this? Some women would have gone into depression and maybe die. Do you know that?
Anybody.
Some women would have died.
No. This is a calculated thing. They've discussed it over the years. They talked about it. They talk about strategies on how to manage it when it blows out. They've worked on this and then they've told themselves the truth.
Nobody expected this. That is the truth. You see, you was expecting when he comes out, that okay, people are gonna say, okay, he has come out to confess, which is the reason why people confess. But you know that you can confess and it will work for you, and another person may confess, it backfires. You never expected the backlash he got. Same as Judy. Judy is a human, but we all sin differently. It happens. There are so many side chicks out there that if such a thing happened to them, they will still go into depression. What I'm saying is that I admire her strength in not allowing all the dragging and pulling and insult, penetrate her skin. Whether we like it or not, now she's a wife, she's still being dragged and insulted. Even as a wife, she's still being dragged. How many women? There are a lot of women who have been caught in infidelity, wives so caught, but they couldn't stand the dragging.
See where I'm going to. Assuming we all talked about side chicks. Our husband should please not get involved with side chicks. That was what this girl was for many years. Okay, then I guess this girl talked and got tired of talking and let them be thinking it was just going to end in side chicks. Nobody will want tomorrow. That same side chick that prevented you from having your husband will now come and have ownership of that husband. Maybe 80%, you will now have 20%. It's not a fair thing for anybody to deal with. Assuming you wanted to marry and then told the wife, I want to marry this girl. And the wife said no. He talked to his parents and went ahead and married, despite the fact that the wife said no. I wouldn't be bothered. Okay.
Okay. She wouldn't be bothered as a side chick. She was not bothered. Now, as a wife, she's now bothered. That is the problem we're having. Okay, she knew all along.
No, who told you she was not bothered? Yul is not a man you can talk with and he will understand. Yul is a stubborn person.
The same social media people that she's clinging on to today. Why did she not bother going to those people? Those people. The likes of AY and the rest of them that she has clinged to now. Why did she not tell them so that they can drag Judy out and Yul out? Why did she not cling to them then?
See, we can't do justice to this conversation because we don't have all the information, okay? But based on what I know, that's why till today, the likes of Anita Joseph stuck with me and never friends with Judy. Because Anita said, I can't be friends when I know you're doing the wrong thing. Okay? That was even before every other thing started coming out the open. She passed that message, but people did not, especially somebody
Anita
like me.
Joseph, is Anita Joseph righteous? Anita Joseph today is Anita. Can she beat her chest and say she is not even up to now? Can she hit her chest? Can Anita Joseph over here in African industry? Can Anita Joseph come out? No, be a side chick that she has never been a side chick to any man, or she has never dated a sugar daddy. Can Anita Joseph come out? She's proving she's forming righteousness because she's married. Can Anita Joseph come out and say, before I married this man?
That I cannot speak for. Okay, but what I'm trying to say here, and the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying about Judy must have discussed this with this guy. Both of them must have talked about it. It's going to, with this word of social media, people are going to talk. This is how we are going to handle it. and all of that. You understand? They have
They
talked
don't
about
know
it.
how to
I
handle it.
don't.
You cannot predict social media. That is one thing you can
You
never
can't predict.
predict.
You
You
can't
cannot
predict
predict social
the
media.
extent
You
it
can
can go.
never predict what social media will do or what people will say.
I
You can't
agree.
predict that.
I agree. You cannot predict the extent that is going to go, but what you can predict is that how I'm going to take it, no matter how it goes. If it goes bad, we can handle it. If it goes
Nobody
good,
nobody prepares for it. See, what I'm only saying is this, that I admire how she did not let it lead her into depression, because something like this can throw a lot of women into depression, because she's not the first and she's never going to be the last woman who will, go and become a side chick and then even have a child and end up becoming
let me
a wife.
answer you. Let me answer you. You said you admire how this did not lead her into depression. Depression,
Yes.
you don't wear
She
it
fought
on the
it.
face.
She fought it.
You don't wear it on the face. You can be going through wetting your pillows at night. It's only who you tell that will know that.
All this. Hey, Mabelina, welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, sorry, girl. Sorry, Queen. Let me welcome some people. Sorry, Queen. Mabelina, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Gift or no her, thank you so much. Welcome, guys. Thank you. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Okay. Wait. Rose's plan say, host. Let's call a spade a spade. Do the F up and what they plan to do may boomerang.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm sure she suffered a bit as she was offline. Yes, of course, there is nobody. This is a very, you know what it means to be dragged like this, called all sorts of names. She would have, but she bounced, but she did not allow it to ruin her. The deed has been done, the mistake has been made, but she had to keep living. She didn't allow her one mistake, just like so many people. She didn't allow it. She owned up to it. She's not a wife. What do people expect from her? They are waiting for her to come out and start crying and slip into depression, and then start saying,
You said one mistake. It's not one mistake. That's the internal mistake. As long as 3 of them leave, it's not one mistake you wish away. It's not one mistake you not see tomorrow.
Is it one mistake that caused her that? Is it not one pregnancy?
Which one mistake?
Is it not one mistake?
6 years of knocking somebody's husband.
They were knocking secretly, just like so many other people. Until pregnancy happened. If pregnancy didn't happen, do you think we would have known?
Don't look at it as one mistake. It's an internal mistake. As far as these 3 people live, it's going with them everywhere they go forever, as long as they live. So it's a permanent mistake.
That one mistake is what I'm saying. That one mistake. Look, the mistake is this. She has been sleeping with you. The wife has been aware of the relationship. If she didn't get pregnant, do you think you would have come out? Do you think they would have dragged? Nobody would have called them. They would have continued this, and men would have even kept quiet up till now, doing the good housewife who knows that the husband has a permanent side chick but will keep quiet. I mean, a side chick outside is better than a second wife, isn't it? She would have still kept quiet up to this very moment. Do you think a man would have come out to say, my husband has been sleeping with Judy, let's drag her out? She would have still kept quiet even up till now, if not because of that pregnancy. It's not because of the pregnancy.
It's not just pregnancy. She could have still been pregnant, had the baby.
Thank you so much.
The reason is obvious. Now she's now a member of her family. That is why the problem got to the extent it got. It's not about the pregnancy. It's not about the child. This girl could have had.
It's about what? It is the pregnancy that made you marry her.
It is about the marriage. She's not
the
member of the family.
And the baby came before the marriage. It came before the marriage.
No, the baby came before the marriage, okay? The baby came before the marriage. The baby was announced 2 months after the baby was born, or 2 or 3 months. He came before the marriage. It was the marriage that made this thing more painful. Because this woman
it wouldn't have been painful if she had the baby and remained a side chick. It wouldn't have been painful.
Maybe she wouldn't.
It wouldn't have been an issue. The society, that is the society we live in. It would have been very okay for everybody to know that, yes, Judy had a child for Yul Edochie, and everybody will live happily ever after. But no, Judy and you cannot marry a second wife. So everybody is against the marriage, but they're not against the dating and having a child. Isn't it? That is the problem we're having today. People embracing side chick business. Anybody who is not caught yet is a decent person. I mean, any side chick who has not been caught is a nice girl. Even if they know that you are dating, even a lot of women, like I used to say, they know their husband's side chick, but they're very, very okay with it. Very okay. But the moment the man now says, I now want to marry this side chick so that I can stop sinning outside, I can start doing the right thing, honorable thing as a responsible man, people will come out and say, no, this one is a sin. Side chick is not a sin.
Host, let me tell you at least from something I know. I know of the man that the girlfriend at the time, he was still, should I or should I not marry this girl and all of that. The girl got pregnant, so his family said, now you must marry her, whether you people are still in the talking level or what. You've known this girl for years now, so fine. They ended up marrying. And of the time of the wedding, you understand, the guy was still with his girlfriend, okay, with another girlfriend, because it wasn't just him that he was, it wasn't just her he was seeing. So that is the beginning of the foundation of that marriage. It was so rocky. Do you think the girl kept quiet? The girl did not keep quiet. She kept calling people, all the sister-in-laws, talk to your brother, the mother, please talk to this person. There was nothing this girl did not do. The only thing she did not do is that she did not come to social media to talk about it. We have our secret fight that we fight. We have our secret battles. Is when the thing, if it drags itself to the public, then I can choke my mouth. I will not be the one that will drag my family to the public. In as much as I'm the one that Yul is hurting, right? I won't be the one that will drag him to the public. But Yul dragged himself to the public with Gist Lover. That's when May started talking. Okay, this girl I'm talking about.
He came out to Gist Lover because Gist Lover was the one that broke the news, isn't it? That was why Gist Lover was dragging him. And he's a man. Is Gist Lover, whoever Gist Lover is Gist Lover righteous? Is he better than him?
He was saying it in a very coded way. And you thought that shutting the whole thing down is coming to own up. Okay? So when you now broke the news, before Gist Lover will finally break the news, Gist Lover was saying a popular nollywood, the one with the voice, you understand, so that people will have an idea what was going on. Do
you think Gist Lover was going to keep quiet if you hasn't said anything? Do you think Gist Lover would have kept quiet?
He wasn't going to keep quiet, you understand? I understand that. But where I'm talking about and where I fault Judy, and I'll still fault Judy till tomorrow and feel fault y'all, both of them at the same time. Where I'm talking about is this. Even if I want to shit, like we said in the beginning, I should go to somewhere else. There are still many. After all, she has been separated or divorced or whatever from her marriage. She should be looking for a man that is also divorced or separated.
That is one thing with side chicks don't go for. Do you know the meaning of side chicks? Side chicks don't go for single guys. The meaning of side chick is being the side piece of a man who already has a wife. So they don't go for single guys. If they're going for, that means they want to be girlfriends. No, they don't want to be girlfriends. They want to be side chick, side piece. A man who is already married. That is the kind of man they want. Because going to stay with a single guy means they're dating, means it's a relationship. But that is not what side chick.
What did this one turn into? What did this one turn into? It turned to not just dating, it turned to family. So because they have done something that everybody saw. If they hadn't, let me tell you, Oyoyo, if Judy didn't get pregnant and had that child, I don't think Yul Edochie would have married her. And even May would have still kept quiet and allowed them to continue the relationship in peace. If she hadn't gotten pregnant. May did not keep quiet. I don't like that word you're using because some people in
Did you see it on social media where May dragged the husband for having a side chick?
No. Who will bring the husband to social media to drag the husband? May has been fighting this battle. This lady, this guy, doctor, they call him Dr. Success or whatever, or said at least now May can rest. That it has been all over. At least May can rest now.
All over, but not on social media. Privately.
No, in the set. Privately, in the set, May will come there.
On set, on Nollywood set. Because they knew. all their colleagues knew about this. That is why I said it was not hidden to May Edochie. It is not hidden. I believe she must have seen pictures. Some people must have sent her pictures. Some people must have, given her all the information needed. They must have given her all that. But for that 6 years, she kept quiet. Why did she not even give at least this thing to bloggers? At least get the information and send it out to the bloggers. Without them even knowing that it's coming from you. Yes, why did she not go to bloggers? Go to Gist Blogger
at night. I wouldn't be the one that will sell my husband out. I will keep talking to him in the home. Let me finish.
Let's be real here.
Let me.
Why wouldn't you, if he's hurting her? No, if he's hurting her, she would have done that to stop the relationship. At least doing that will not stop, because she is not doing that by letting the whole world know she brought out the information. But she can do it codedly with a blogger.
Who is the world? Is the world his marriage? Marriage is between two people. Marriage is between me and you. So if they're having a problem, it's for them to discuss it. For me to suggest to her to come and bring the matter to the public, who is the public? What stake or share do we have in their relationship? None.
So why is she not listening to the same public? Why is she basing her judgment on the same public? Why is she allowing the public to control her mindset?
She tried to be the good wife, and that did not work for her. Now she wants to live her own life. Now she wants to do her own thing.
Okay, let everybody now live peacefully. Let everybody now live peacefully. Can they now rest and stop dragging Judy and May until, okay, so they will never be satisfied until they push them into depression. They will never get satisfied until they now push Judy into depression, or push Yule into depression. And then when they go like Sammie Okposo, they will now rest. Everybody can now drink water and keep calm. The righteous people of the world, the righteous people of social media can now rest in peace. Once anything happens, so that is why I say I admire her strength to be able to stand strong in the face of all these things. She was able to stand strong and not allow it destroy her life. She's not the only one, and there are so many of them out there. But now I'm speaking for her as a wife. She's no longer a side chick. As a wife, can they just let her rest now instead of pushing? Because social media is one thing that can ruin life. It is one place that people's life have been made, and it is one place where lives has been destroyed. She's a mother also. Remember, she has children. She has children. So for those who keep dragging her, can they let her be knowing that this woman now is a wife and a mother? If anything happens to her, what will become of the children?
Can I answer you? Can I answer you?
Yeah, please.
They will never stop dragging her. He who brought the log with incense invite what? Lizard feast.
I think
they will never
stop is dead. I think they can stop dragging him.
See, host, I have a husband, okay? Now, and if let's say by chance or by crook, I happen to know of a woman that this man has been taking the attention of my husband for years, and then eventually ended up being the wife. Do you think I would just welcome the whole thing with both arms? No, I have a choice. Is it I bow out because I don't want to die of pain, or I stay there? And I have the option of bowing out. But that is me. That is personally me. You know why I have the option of bowing out? As a young student in my third year, when I started doing family law in the university, that was when I made up my mind. It's not something I learned today. I made up my mind way long time ago when I was a young girl. I said, I can't stand any man hit me. I can't stand any man do this. Because I've read the case law. I've read what women went through, how women even ended up in it, and how some people survived. I told myself that truth my third year in the university. Not everybody had the privilege of having the knowledge I had at the time that made me got the thick skin I got. Some people do not have the courage of walking away, especially in our society, Nigeria, where if you come out of marriage, even your own auntie will be the one. We know these things very well. They play a strong part in our lives, and such are influences that we cannot override overnight. Whatever May decide to do with her life, I wish her well, and I wish Judy well, and I wish you well. But
let me read what Mrs. Glam said that is making me laugh here. Mrs. Glam said, "Lie, Judy or you must go into depression because of what they did to me. We can't stop dragging Judy. We will not let her be." Okay, until she goes into depression, then you guys cannot be satisfied. You cannot take your cup, drink water, and keep your cup and say, ah, yes, they have not gone into depression and they're about to buy. Really? Like,
See,
seriously?
host, like I said, right? I can't make up my mind. But what Judy and Yul did, because I'm blaming both of them. I'm not just blaming the woman. What both of
I
them
turn with
did,
Master Queen. Welcome. Thank you, Queen, for coming. I
welcome
appreciate
myself.
you.
What both of them did, I will say, is something that it takes the grace of God for a woman to forgive, okay,
Mm.
and still love. Because one thing is to forgive, but do you still have the heart, some space in your heart to embrace and love again? It will never be the same. Once trust is
It takes
broken,
time. Everything takes time.
yeah,
Everything takes
once
time.
once trust is broken, it's very difficult to cement back.
Of
And
course.
this is a
Of
huge
course.
one that is broken. It's very difficult. Assuming May was a barren woman, or May was this, or May was incapacitated,
Mm.
she's on wheelchair, she cannot do this, she cannot do that. People will say, yeah, I can understand why the husband did what he did. Remember, Funke was telling us in this your live show few weeks ago about a man in their church, that the wife has been ill for 5 years, right? On a wheelchair. After 5 years, the man got tired. Now the man has gone to marry another woman. You understand? You
Mm.
can say, yeah, men are selfish. They can do that, quickly run for another wife. You understand? Those could be reasons why they do that. But this lady is not on a wheelchair. She's not incapacitated. She fulfilled everything a woman could for her husband, and still
Is
this
it
thing
for
happened
her
to her.
husband to have married another wife or to have had a side chick? Which one?
From side chick. It was the side chick that's actually my
The,
main problem. That
the
was my
side,
main problem.
side chick is my problem. Side chick is my problem. Now, yeah, all these men having side chicks, what happened to their wife? Do you think their wives have problem? All these men doing pium pium pium, do you think their wives have any problem? Their
It
wives are even
depends.
far, far better than the side chicks. Some of these, all
I
these
don't
men
know.
going pium pium pium, it's not because there is a problem or there is a need. It is because they cannot afford to keep their things in between their legs. All of them. So it's not because either the wife cannot give birth or maybe she has any problem, she's sick or they just cannot stay with one woman. Some of them, their libido, they're like this. On I go home on I go every minute. They
See,
want it every day.
this issue on I go every minute. I don't know if that's the case for most people. You remember the story I was telling you about
Mm.
recently? Um, this man has been with his wife for many years, right? The kids are grown.
Mm.
When I mean grown, they are grown. Then he started messing up with the house help in the home. Okay. And you have your wife, because they were going through some health challenges in the house. The man has not been fulfilling his own duty as a husband, and this has gone on for years. But the wife was never seen with another man. She remained faithful. Whether she gets the cucumber in the other room or not, she's still a faithful woman. Whether the man, remember that I have a body to play with, she was still faithful into it until this one happened. So what will you say? You can't even get it on a good night. You can't get it on, but you're busy trying to do something with a small girl in your home. So how will you even make it up? Sometimes I don't know the spirit that possess these people called
That
men.
is one thing we don't understand with this gender. And that is why I see I am not in any way in support of side chick. I am not in any way in support of cheating. That is why I keep saying it, that men, before you go out to do any silly thing outside, ask yourself at what cost? What are you willing? What are you ready? What are you giving up? One, you're going to sacrifice your family, your peace, your love, and everything. A lot will be taken away from you. Because some of these side chicks didn't come here to just come and love you. They are just out here to either come and break your home, or they're out there to just come milk you dry, or they're out there to come and infect you, to bring you down spiritually. That is the mission of a lot of these side chicks. So it's not as if they're out there to come and love. So for men who will not keep that thing in between their legs, they don't know what is the mission of each side chick in their lives. They don't know their mission. So it is better to stay faithful. If you are looking for Kwekus, your wife has it. It is this the same place. All you need to do is to change the style in the bedroom. All you need to do is to find a way to spice up that bedroom. Because it is not the same hole that your wife has, that another woman outside has. It is not the same breast. The difference is in the size, but it's still the same nipples you put your mouth at the end of the day. Why can you not stay faithful? And for women who know, okay, Mansa, let me read what Mansa said. She said, I'm so ever over the me and you matter. They are using us to catch cruise. Now, a million kisses to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A million kisses. Yes, so at home with Mansa, I disagree. The vow is between me and you. You shouldn't be mad at Judy. Okay, she said, maybe you love her, not me. I will never, sorry, okay, I will never, sorry, neighbors. My prayer is that anyone that supports such thing, the same will befall on the person. Oh, come on. Don't you think you are taking another person's case? You're carrying it on your head too much. Don't you think so? That you're carrying this thing, that is, you guys are going overboard with your love and support for me. Look, we are all human beings. Everybody make mistakes. But can we just focus on our life and ask ourselves, are we better off? Until we kill that person, we will never find peace. If somebody comes out to confess, they will drag the person on. The person is dragged to the great beyond. People like Sammie Okposo came out to confess. He's been dragged till today until the guy slipped into depression, and then only God knows what happened to him. Yul, on the other hand, yes, he came out to admit to his mistake. They are still dragging him today. And of course, what you people want to do is to still drag him until he goes 6 feet below. Are we all perfect and righteous? In as much as I'm preaching that men should stick to their wife and stop cheating, infidelity, I condemn it totally. I am against infidelity. But in as much as I'm preaching that anybody who sins and come out to own up and confess, please, can we just mind our life? Must we come out and carry it on our head like granules? Until the other person goes, we will not find peace. For me, I am finding peace. May Edochie is living the best of her life now. As God will have it, she's getting good contracts. She's getting endorsement. She's touring the world right now. She's shining. Her glory is shining now. That enough should console and comfort online in-laws. That alone should comfort everybody who is angry at what. Look, haven't you even thought about it? If this thing didn't happen, that May wouldn't have been where she is today. Some blessings come in disguise. Some blessings, some things have to happen for certain things to happen in our lives. If that hadn't happened, maybe May would have still remained that woman. Maybe you people said that you covered her up, locked her up in the closet, kept her under the wardrobe, kept her under the bed, locked her in the dark, covered her glory and all that. Now her glory is shining. She's touring the world. She's getting endorsement. She's a celebrity. That should comfort you people. That should comfort and make you people rest at least and allow other parts to be.
Host. You know, and one thing I've come to understand about life, when you're not the one wearing the shoes, you understand, you don't know exactly how it pinches. And when I'm sitting on the other side of the fence, I tend to be the one that'll give the best advices until it hits me. See, I have a husband and I have just 2 kids, okay? But the thing is that the quiet and the peace I'm enjoying in my home, knowing fully well, if wherever he goes to, he returns back to me. Okay, if he goes to work, I know, okay, give and take 5:30, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., my husband will be home. Knowing fully well that every night I see him on my bed, I'm not thinking that he has gone to be with another man. That is priceless. Money cannot buy it. Even if you fly May to the moon, it cannot replace that. There are some things that are in this life that cannot be quantified with money. May is getting all the endorsement. She's maxing her pain, covering it up, trying to use that to distract herself from what is going on in her mind. We don't know exactly what it is until we walk a mile in that person's
Okay,
shoes.
maybe the only thing that will quiet all this thing and maybe give May peace, give the May supporters peace is if Judy kind of drop dead right now. Maybe
nobody's asking her to drop dead. Do you know what they asked from you? They say, yo, the way you brought this to the internet, he should go the same way to apologize on the internet. But you, being the odogu he is, he cannot do that. And then
No,
again,
some
it
said he
is,
has to divorce. He has to divorce May for him to have peace.
yes,
I mean,
yeah, that's what,
divorce Judy for him to have
yeah,
peace.
that's what some people also say. But even if he divorces, what's her name, Judy, you understand?
Judy, does
That's
it change
trust.
anything?
That trust between May and the husband is something that you have to, the way you start
That
tilling
is
the
it.
soil,
You
the
see,
trust is
do you
broken.
know why? Do you know why this topic came up? Do you know it's because of what happened to Sammie Okposo? The same people will come out tomorrow to come and write all sorts of condolences. How this woman has been amazing. Oh, God rest her soul. I hope she find peace. May her soul rest in perfect peace. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The same people who will not let this. Look at people dropping. A lot of people are falling into depression because of online in-laws, online court followers who will not learn to let things be and mind or focus on their own marriage and personal life. A lot of people cannot, their personal life is in disarray. Their life is in shambles. But no, it is another person's own they want to carry on their head. And if they don't carry, they will never find peace. If they don't push another person into depression via social media, they will never find peace. All I'm saying is this: on social media, let's be careful. As you are dragging, you don't know who is facing depression. You don't know who is having a hard time. As you are dragging, will you find joy if you eventually learn that that person has committed, deleted himself, or that person drops dead? Will you find peace as an individual?
Host,
Ask yourself, are we righteous?
one thing have I continued to say here. They brought these things upon themselves. Nobody brought it, especially bringing it
But
to
we are the
social media.
ones
They
fanning it.
did.
The court followers are the ones fanning it. I will
No,
never let it
whether
be. They are the ones fanning it.
once you've made it public, you can't cover it. Okay, it's like what they say that the internet, it doesn't. How is this said? Is it that it
Okay,
doesn't
watch.
lie?
After
No,
now, Shebi,
internet
when we
doesn't
finish
forget.
content of Sammie Okposo, when we are done with content, after the burial, everybody will now rest. Sammie Okposo will stop raining, isn't it? Then we'll start looking for another content, isn't it? The question is this: when is it going to end? So because they brought it there, it will never end. The dragging must go on until one person drops dead. Must the dragging go on until people die?
Sammie Okposo died is, sincerely speaking, if I should look at it critically, I'm not a doctor, but if I should look at it, this guy died of ill health. Whether we
What
agree with it
contributed
or
to the
not,
health going down? What contributed?
we
Do
don't
you
know.
think this never
We don't
added up?
know.
Oh, you come on. Do you think this thing didn't add to
No,
it?
it's not yo-yo. Come on, this guy could have hypertension. I don't know about it. This guy could be having some heart problem. I don't know about it. Health is very private. Nobody knows what anybody is walking in the street with. I could be walking with. I have a family friend here who has all manner of metals in his heart. He has at least two. He has a peacemaker. He has this one, the one holding the spine behind. They are all metal. But when
Okay.
you see him with his suit, host, let me finish. When you see him with his suit, you don't know what that man is going through. So people
Okay.
I don't know what Sammie is suffering, but is it related to health? Yes. I just gave you an example. Sammie died at
And do
51.
you know that
My
man that is
colleague,
managing his
my
health right now,
schoolmaker, my
something
school
can trigger and make it worse for him? That
see,
man that is managing his health right now, something can trigger it and make his situation worse. Do you know that?
I
Welcome,
told
Lizzie
you.
Richard. Well, let me read what Lizzie wrote. Welcome. Thank you so much, Lizzie. This is the first time. Please kindly give me a thumbs up. I say, I want to say that no marriage is perfect. The fact that your husband comes home and sleep at home every night doesn't mean he is perfect or does not cheat. Now the person you own will exposed now would they here. See, somebody can be managing health condition, but another thing can trigger the person falling down and just going that way. Another thing can trigger it. Sammie Okposo may have health challenge, underlying health challenge, but do you know that this thing that happened to him contributed to his depressing mood? Oh, no. It contributed. You cannot tell me it didn't contribute. It did. All I'm saying is that people should be careful how they drag others on social media. I will never be happy to find out that I'm dragging somebody and then the person deleted himself eventually, and then I say, oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, rest in peace. I will never find peace. All I'm saying is, people, nobody's without sin. As we they do, forgive somebody, he's out already. The thing is out. When we drag and we let him be, people are struggling. See, people are going through a lot silently. And like some people are saying, they will never let it be until one person goes into depression. I mean, that is to the extreme. He's not your family member, even if he is.
No, Host. It's not one person going into depression that is the case here. The thing is this, this thing that whatever that took Sammie, that I cannot verify, and I'm still maintaining my statement. But what he did, was he a good thing? No. Did he owe me any apologies? No. He owes me no apologies whatsoever. I said it on my live stream. The person he owes his apologies is his wife, God, and the body of church that he's sitting as a board member. And those are the three people I believe this guy owe apologies. You understand? But the public, he was the one that apologized to the public, and he tried to maintain and manage the crisis. It's called damage control. He did it, and it started coming down. People started using Sammie Okposo as reference to you, Ledoche, at the time.
Okay, so how did it end up for Sammie Okposo now?
We don't know. We associated this his death to what has happened to him in the past. We don't know, Host. You can't say categorically. You're not his doctor. You don't know if he was having depression before and this thing aggravated it. We can't verify that. We can't just tie it to his death as if we have concrete
that guy
he
withdrew into his shell after this incident. That guy withdrew. His social life was no longer the way it used to be.
Did he tell you that?
Did he not come out to say that he's withdrawing? He came out to say that he's withdrawing. He did.
He came out to withdraw so that he can go through what? Repentance and seeking for God's mercy. That's how he said it. That from this day on, I want to go into prayers, and even his church made the same statement to the public. But what I'm trying to say is, but because of the fact that Sammie already has something in this out there in the social media, that might not be the determinant factor of what led to his death.
It is not determinant. Like I said, it could contribute. All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this, Oyoyo. It could contribute. Being that if somebody is sick, for instance, like something else is not eating the person up, do you think it will not make the health get worse? It could make the health get worse. Let me read something. Okay. Let me see. At home with man said, I strongly disagree with Sammie's case, host, but that's your opinion. He may have been sick, but what was happening may have made the condition worse. Yeah, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, based on assumption, but obviously he wasn't happy. The guy wasn't happy. Assumption, yeah, assumption, like I'm saying, assumption. But if somebody is sick, for instance, if somebody is managing blood pressure, for instance, and then something like this happens, and then the person doesn't know how to manage social media dragging, do you think that will not contribute to the person either deleting himself or falling into depression? If somebody is managing an illness now,
I said it here, and I said it repeatedly, that how Sammie managed his mental health after all of this, that I cannot verify, because I'm not Sammie. I was not in his home. I don't know what happened. I don't say what I don't know. I'm gonna give you an example. My mother
people manage crisis.
Let me give you a very realistic example. My mother has been a high blood pressure patient for over 30 years. She has been a diabetic patient since 2008. I don't know how many years, if I may calculate, maybe for 14 years, okay? Within that, for 30 years of high BP. Mama, can you reduce the volume of this? And then she was diagnosed of having diabetes due to long usage of medication, right? I'm talking about my mother. Then her first son died at a very young age. When you have trained your child from elementary school to secondary to university after youth service, the moment he said he was coming home to settle down, he's no longer living overseas. The next thing, he was in the hospital. He died. Nobody believed in my village that my mother would live till today.
You see.
Nobody. How the woman
Our
survived.
people manage crisis differently.
That's what I'm saying.
People manage.
Did Sammie, how Sammie managed his mental health after the crisis that he himself contributed for himself? I do not know.
But do you know the
it.
way that is? This thing has to do with the man. Do you know it's not everyone that have that ability to manage crisis? Your mother is a strong woman. She may have been able to manage it, and depending on the people around her, she had other children who were there to give her that support she needed to stand strong in the face of the crisis. She had people around her. There are people who don't have others around, like strong hand to uphold them when they are undergoing crisis. There are people who don't have that ability. There are people it's not able. See, we cannot manage crisis the same way.
That I agree with
you.
Can't. And remember, when we were talking initially, we talked about you made reference that we don't know if the wife I forgave him when it happened, just like May Dochie. We don't know if Yula has been asking for forgiveness and May was not forgiven. Let me state it here. You woke up this morning and you pick up your phone, you looked at Instagram. Your husband was on the news that he did something in the other room with another woman in US and the woman is pregnant. You understand? That was what Sammie Okposo's wife woke up to when she woke up. Do you think,
which is very heartbreaking,
very, very difficult to even understand? Then you now run to the room. Honey, what's going on? Look at what is on the internet. Sweetheart, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it. He will drive off to go and see if he can talk to a male friend of his on how to manage this crisis. Or maybe his manager. By the time he walked around the whole day, he came back. You're still alone, panicking. You are trying to, should I call this friend now? If I call Oyoyo, won't Oyoyo laugh at me and Cornelius? You just be wondering in your mind. You end up not calling anybody. So you're sitting there with that pain, waiting for answers from this man. Do you think it was easy for the woman? But at the end of the day, within weeks, the woman forgave this man and they made a statement together that are going to go through healing and through forgiveness. You understand? It's not easy. Sammie might have done this. Okay, the church that used to protect him, because it has blown beyond proportion. The church said this time around, we have warned you several times, Oga. Our hands are off. Deal with your mess. But
the church didn't really mention that anyway.
No, I'm just giving a scenario here. You understand? Then the wife that could be comforting him is the person he really did damage to. So let's put all of those into consideration to find out what is actually the cause of the depression. Is it that I've lost the trust of my wife? Because my wife will not see me the same eye anymore. I've lost the trust of my
Even if the wife forgives him, maybe he's not able to forgive himself. Because he's one thing for the public to forgive. It's another thing for the wife to forgive. But he himself may have not been able to forgive himself. And the thing started eating him slowly.
Now you're getting to where I'm talking to. Now you're getting to where I'm looking at.
Now with everything that he's still seeing on social media, that's what I'm saying. With everything going on, with everything, all the talks on social media, do you think he doesn't see those things? Do you think he doesn't read them? He reads them. He sees all those things going on. He sees these things and he reads them. The more he sees them, the more they eat him up. And which makes it difficult for him maybe to forgive himself and move on. And of course, the pregnancy and the baby is there. It has not disappeared. The lady in question is still there. The lady must have still been keeping in touch, calling him, wanting to know. So how far with this Beleo? How far? There is a constant daily reminder. Seeing all those things is not easy. So people manage crisis differently. The way in fact, the way I will handle something like this is totally different from the way you're going to handle it. So we are different. All I'm saying is on social media, we don't know what people are dealing with. We don't know people's ability and their capability when it comes to managing crisis. Let us just be at least a little bit kind and nice, because no one is perfect. It may be you tomorrow, it may be next tomorrow. But all I'm saying is let us learn to be kind on social media. When people fall, you don't take Katako and hit them. When people fall, don't hit them.
Rose, I preach on being kind. You understand? I preach on kindness. That's what I teach and that's what I preach. I watched a program, a premiere this
Mm.
morning of the Chi channel. She was at the end of her video. She started saying that
Yeah,
people should be kind towards each other. We don't know what people are going through. A lot of
yeah.
hunger. She lives in UK. She's talking about hunger in the UK. Okay, that they broke into her car. A lot of people are going putting their hands in all manner of things because things are very hard. Okay, hardship is the craziest thing that can drive a man nuts. Okay, hardship. Remember, they cut off Sammie consent. That is cutting income.
Yeah.
So we don't know
Of
how he
course.
managed. We don't know how he managed his mental health, and the fact that you have lost the trust of that one woman that have stuck with you through thick and thin
Mm.
is even
Yeah.
more killing. That's the silent killer. Because when you come home, you're seeing
Absolutely.
her face. So he will be dying
Absolutely.
silently, trying to make ends meet. We don't know exactly what made this man drop dead. But what I'm saying is this: when
The
you
load
bring
is
your
too much. Everything left, right, and center. The thing is too
yeah,
much.
when you
It's too
bring
much.
your
Not
problem,
everyone will be able to manage it.
yeah,
Couple
when
with
you
health
bring your
challenges.
problem online, when you bring your problem online, you understand? Don't expect people to be kind, because the world itself is frustrated. People are angry because of hardship.
And they are
A
looking
lot
for
of
where to
things
pour out their frustration on.
pour their anger.
For
So
who?
the best thing for you is to wash your dirty linen in your laundry house in the house. Don't bring
It
it to
will
the
still
public
come
laundry.
out too. You wash it inside, it will still come out. You wash it. After washing it inside, you come out and spread it. People like this lover will still see it. You wash it, people will still come and carry it. People will still come and they will still see these things and drag it out on social media. So whether indoor or outdoor, what we are saying
No,
is
no,
we
host.
that are on social
Host,
media,
listen.
let
Host,
us
listen.
try.
Let me you say people like Gist Lover. Let me give you an example. When I mean washing the dirty linen in your home. Let's assume the way I am now. I have problem with my husband. We'll discuss it in my house and it stays in my house, right? Gist Lover will not hear it. Is the moment I carry myself and go to Facebook, this life no balance. So I'm the one, right? After all no matter what you do for men, they will not be satisfied. Then Gist Lover will go and read that statement 3 times to dissect every line. Then
And send spice it up to this lover may contact me knowing that we are close friends and say, what is happening with your friend? Can
I
you
didn't
find
even
out?
get to that one. Gist Lover will now contact Spice It Up. Spice It Up will say, no, Yo is my very good friend. I can't be. It's okay. Who else? You now say, and they will say, okay, Spice, you know what? We're going to give you 10 million. You say, $10 million.
Ah,
I beg, what is the gist? What do you want? That is the thing. But the
then
thing
I'll
you
come
can
to you.
keep.
Oh, yo, what is going on? Are you okay? I saw that post you wrote
Uh-huh.
about your husband. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it. What happened? I'm a good friend. You can confide in me. Talk to me. There's a shoulder to
Mm-hmm.
lean on here. Just talk to me. It stays
Absolutely.
between us. And then you will not say, spicy. He's my husband, though. He has not
Mm-hmm.
given me his cucumber for the past 1 year. You not believe that he has been stabbing me. I say, really? Then
Uh-huh.
this lover, she has been stabbing for the past 5 years. The husband has not. Now 1 year, you tell me, oh. So
So now you get it. Now you get the scenario very well. Sometimes it's good to practicalize it so that people will understand. When you start feeding the internet with things happening in your home, me and you talked about this one, this lifestyle of it. Did I say, my husband will say, how much is YouTube paying you? I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. Do you understand? We talked about it and we laughed over it. But people
yeah.
don't know when they use their own hands to bring burning flames into their own homes. And that's where the control
And
is.
sometimes you talked about washing it inside. Sometimes some people don't really they don't really know how to keep certain things to themselves. So they want to open up to one person. This letting out so you don't die of depression. So you now feel you're talking to one trusted person, one trusted friend. That friend can sell it out. Yes, you are thinking it is within. You are trying to sort it out. Maybe it's just an advice on how to handle it that you're looking for. And then you confided in someone you trust so much, you thought could help you out because you don't want to carry the burden alone. That thing goes out, and then the enemies will pounce on it. And you, the wife, you will not be happy. The husband they are dragging, of course, will not be happy. What if the husband himself is managing something? with that dragging and everything out on social media, how do you think the man will feel?
That is the
How?
thing.
He will feel the person who sold him out to his wife.
See, host, there is something Ziberi wrote here. That part, we even forgot it. You know, when this lady realized she was pregnant, she went to Sammie to talk to Sammie one-on-one, because like I said, the lady is not a young lady. She's a full-grown woman. Sammie insulted this woman and blocked her. That was why the woman started looking for a Nigerian on social media to
Yeah.
contact. You see?
And that Atomic Mansa said it was when the issue blew out that he called into the live show, which was a big mistake because it made the thing worse for him.
Yes. You see what I'm saying? He brought this
people
upon
pounced on him. Pounced on him. There's a video I will share with you. There's a video. Yes, he brought it, but did he deserve what he got now? No. He brought it upon himself, but did he deserve it? No, he doesn't deserve it.
Deserve what he got, as in what? The people's harassment?
No, with the health condition and what it led to right now. No.
If you had listened to this woman that got pregnant for this man, you would have said at that point that he deserved whatever he got. There was nothing unprintable that he did not tell this woman about. There was nothing.
Did the woman bring out the evidence, or she was just saying it?
Yes.
She brought it out for people who asked in audio. Was it audio?
It was a chat. I don't know if it was audio, but Oyobodo TV read out every chat between both of them.
And you think chats cannot be manipulated? You think chats cannot be manipulated? A woman who deliberately got pregnant for a married man.
Remember, Sammie came into that life and he admitted.
He called in later. He called in.
He called in. Obodo Ibo was asking him all of those questions. He was like, okay, at some point he said, you know what, I'm leaving. Let's take this thing out of here. But he had done damage already to himself. The point is this, social media are where people that don't have voices, they have so much dagger and power to shoot at you because you can't see their faces. So if you don't want those kind of vultures to devour you, the best thing is to take yourself inside your domot. Take yourself to your house.
The best thing for men is to keep their things in between their legs. But cheer and do only your wife. That is the only way out. Do only your wife. You go to the village, tell your wife that your own not do me again. I need another woman's own. Your own no, they satisfy me again. If the woman wants to stay, she will stay. If she wants to pack out, she will pack out. You decide. Instead of this pium. I am tired of all this nonsense going on, this infidelity. It hurts me. This infidelity hurts me so much. I am tired of it. When would they ever stop? Keep your thing, keep to your wife, keep your no, they won't. How many more will go down after this man now? Who is next? Who is next? Social media is like they are keeping their claws like this, just looking for. They're keeping their claws like this, looking for who to pounce on. There is a video I saw. Yeah, okay. Let me say it's like so many so-called receipts they bring out. His editor. See, let me tell you, people are ready to do anything. A woman who deliberately got pregnant for a married man, kept that pregnancy until a certain time, and then called out. That woman knew what she was doing. She didn't take pill when she had intercourse with the man.
She didn't keep it till a certain time. The moment she realized she was
pregnant, did she bring it out?
When she was 1 month pregnant, she called the guy immediately. Look at what is going on in my life. The guy
after the enjoyment, did she take anything to prevent the pregnancy when she knew she did not do protection? Did she?
Host, that one, I don't know. The woman said that she never expected that to happen. Because
no, she's a small girl, 16 years old girl. She's a small girl.
No, she explained herself and explained what happened to her. And then when she called this man was very upset with her. And they asked her to go to the hospital and flush it out. She was so shocked that thing came out from somebody who sings the gospel. How could you say
from a gospel artist?
Yes. How could you tell me so? And then on subsequent interaction, the man said, I'm not going to attend to your call anymore. That nothing is connecting us together. When you're gonna do a DNA test for me to verify. The next thing, the guy blocked this woman. That was his biggest mistake, because this thing would have been
You should
under the
have left
carpet.
the line open.
You would have let the line open. Okay, fine. I'm sorry. What do I do? And then you go back home and apologize to your wife, break the news to your
And
wife,
tell
and
your
then
wife.
see how you people are going to manage the crisis. But he denied and shot. They, even including the wife, did not know about anything going on until he came to the online information. So
The
life
side
is
chick,
what
I
it
hope she's
is.
happy and dancing skelewu now. I hope the side chick is somewhere dancing skelewu after he has passed on. I hope she's happy. Is she very satisfied now? And we are cheating men, side chicks. Hey, continue. We are a side chick. You are scattering home, a butchering home ups and down. A day is coming. And as a married man, if you go, no, this is how it ends. It may be one highway girl that is sharing one mad girl that her head is not correct. You go and make the mistake and do just one. You put only the head of Banye, then they will drink. Oh goodness.
Oh,
The side chick herself knows she didn't try again. She didn't try again. The only victim here is the wife. Absolutely.
yeah.
The woman is an adult and she knew what to do as an adult if she doesn't want to get pregnant. If not that she's trying to rope Sammie into this, she knew, just like a lot of men out there who do pion 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 without protection. She knew that this thing, I am ovulating. At least you know when you're ovulating as an adult. You know what to take as an adult if you're ovulating and you have
I don't
unprotected sex.
know. I don't know what to
Eh,
take.
no, Kwamo.
I
Come and
don't.
suck Bobby, you don't know. Come, let me give you.
On a more serious
Again,
note, host, I don't.
well, let me read what answer. I'm coming quick. Say again, remember this is not an African woman that you can subdue easily. She is American. She said all she wanted was to hold him accountable because they both sinned. They both sinned, and I hope she's now happy. I hope she will give her life to God and repent. Please go on, Queen. And stop breaking home.
I really don't have much more to say again. It's unfortunate that he passed. Before I drop out here, I'm going to say one thing. Our men should get medical checkup at least once a year. Our young women should get medical checkup. A lot of people are sick. A lot of things are happening to people. So it happened to a schoolmate of mine, 46 years old, leaving behind 5 children. And what led to, he didn't know he was hypertensive, and it was hypertension that killed him. So anything can kill a man. I don't want to say categorically.
And one thing that can kill them faster is side chick.
I don't want to say categorically because I do not have the evidence to verify what actually killed Sammie. But it could be cardiac arrest since he slept and did not wake up. It could be that his high BP was so high and he got stroke at night and he passed. So, and he's a big guy, so we should not forget that. So it has happened. May God comfort his wife. May God find some beautiful thing to comfort that woman, because she indeed had tried for Sammie and Sammie's family. That's the way I'll put it. So, host, I will be dropping now so I can be able to attend to other things. You guys should have an amazing evening. It's been an interesting, heated conversation in the chat room. Nemozo, well done. Thank you so much. Sade. I hope Sade will still love me after today. Thank you so much.
I will even still love, what is her name? The one that was saying she's waiting for one of them to get into depression. I still love you. Rosie's glam. Nobody will go into depression because we are all of us have sinned and fallen short. Nobody's perfect. We sin differently, and there's no sin bigger. There is nothing like small sin. There is no big sin here. All we should just do, try and live a clean life. Nobody's perfect. Even if not meet you go to court.
People should mind their business. Women should stop breaking other women's homes. That's just it. They should stop. If you know the man is still married.
Oh, princess, please go and attend to her. I'll call you after the stream.
All right, you guys should have an amazing evening, please.
Thank you, Queen. Whoa, you've been so amazing, and you really made this conversation an interesting one. I appreciate you. You know that. And I love
Much
you.
love. All right. Bye,
Take care.
everybody.
Yeah, bye. Okay. Nemuza says that she protected, okay, she should have protected herself too, or made sure the man protects himself. But there again, these side women have other motive. The motive is to carry, see, American men, maybe they say they are running away from child support. So anyone will fall. She had a motive, and the motive is to have a child for this guy. He's a known musician, a known gospel artist. So having a seed for him, of course, it's all planned out. There is nothing like mistake. The woman didn't make any mistake. She knew she wanted this child. She knew she wanted to get pregnant, and her plan worked out. Yeah, our people should allow should our people should allow men to have many wives as possible and stop hypocritical. Please, you start from you. Go and marry plenty more wives. Maybe you have strength. She must be feeling devastated now, because I'm sure she didn't want any of this. She was trying to get a present father for her child, and not a dead, oh God, not a dead one, honestly. It's hard. Rosie's glance say, me, I don't have any worries, so just saying my mind. Yes, so they should stop breaking people's home. Absolutely. Thank you. Honestly, you guys have been so amazing. Drawing the curtain, I just want to say, look, being a side chick to a married man has its own consequences. You might think, oh, you're cashing out, you want to be. And then it may backfire back to you as a side chick. It may backfire. That thing you're doing to one person, to another woman, God is not asleep. And karma is real. You might be doing it today, you forget. Tomorrow, when you get married, another side chick will now come to scatter your marriage. That time you become a born-again Christian. You start going to church, tying your head, going to church, doing all the fasting and prayer. But those homes you broke when you were a side chick, they cried. Those women cried out when they were, praying against you. Remember, God hears the prayers of women. God answers their prayers. So you might have forgotten as a young lady that you messed around with some women, you messed around with some homes, and then you start tying your head, carrying Bible, preaching, speaking in tongue. After that one, when you get married, karma is real. The people that will come and scatter your own home, they are still doing home economics in junior secondary school. They are still grooming them. Very young, beautiful girls. When they come out, their own is they will come with 2 by 2 to come and scatter your own marriage. They will come with 2 by 2. If onye melo, and as for men who cannot keep their teeth in between their legs, hey, you have seen it now. This is not the first one. It's not the second. For how long? What are you looking for? What do you really want? Marry another wife. You people don't have the balls to. You don't have the courage to. But if it's side chick, you are ready to spend everything that you have worked for with your wife on a side chick. You keep wasting money. You keep jumping around unprotected. Imagine, okay, why would a grown man, a family man, go and have unprotected sex? A man who is known all over the world, a gospel artist. You know that if you make one single mistake, even if it's not baby, it could be infection. It could be a very deadly infection. The man is not thinking about the wife. He's not thinking about children. It's not just pregnancy that comes from infidelity. What about the spiritual implication? Because this thing called sex, it has spiritual implication. Depositing, picking up spirits, picking up things from different bodies. It is not just pregnancy. There is more to it. You go and meet a woman that will bring down your glory, a woman that will ruin your life completely. Or because of 5 minutes enjoyment, you don't come. Because of that, you ruin everything. You don't know the anointing you carry. You don't know the grace of God upon your life. You don't even know if it is your wife's prayer that is keeping you. But you will not. How would you know? Let us be careful and guided, please. And women, lastly, help your husbands. You see these men, I call them big babies. Watch what they eat. Watch what they put in their mouth. So long as you are a wife to that man, please, it is your responsibility. It is your duty to monitor. Keep talking, even if it means talking from now till December, from now till next year. Please keep talking. One day their ear will open and they will hear. A lot of them are managing illness. They know what they're on medication, but no, they will not listen. They will not hear. Yeah, just stop the bullying, especially with assumptions. No one really knows what's going on except those involved. Thank you. Thank you. Shade, is true. Now the ratio between men and Cornelius, just go with your wahala. I will not take my, I will take my leave now. Interesting. Oh, Rosie's Glam, thank you. You've been so amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Cornelius, you want to marry 3 wives? It will shock you. The online in-laws will get you. They are coming for him. They are coming for him with double barrel. He doesn't know. So apart from that, please, men, you see this thing called marriage. It is sacred. Respect this woman now. A woman will suffer for you. A woman will stick by you. I mean, for years, sacrificing everything just to be with you, and yet you come and mess it up. I was talking about health before I read the comments here. Watch what they eat. If they are having headache and that headache persists, please push them to go see the doctor. Some of them don't care. So long as you are their wives, you don't want to be a widow, especially a young widow. Force them to go see a doctor. Force them to eat right. Force them to stop drinking unnecessarily. Stop them from smoking. Stop them, whatever you can do. Unless you don't care what happens. But if you still care about that man, it is your duty and your responsibility as a wife to keep talking. Do not stop talking. Some of them will never listen. Just keep talking. We women who can manage our health better. Trust me, we are more health conscious than a lot of these men out there. We are more health conscious. Some of them don't care what they put into their mouth. Their medication, they are still eating unhealthy. Please watch it. And go for constant medical checkup. Like Oyoyo said, constant medical checkup to know the state of your health. Know what's going on in there. Outward, you might be looking okay, but inward might be in ruins. Something might be going on. So let's help them. They are babies. They are big babies. I'll keep saying it. They are. We just have to keep pushing, keep talking. Whichever way you can, please do it as a wife. As a loving wife. And for those men who keep doing pium, 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 every day for the thief, one day for the owner. Onye jidelo. Onye jidelo. You have not been caught, so you are still doing pium, 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 pium. The day you be caught, they'll come and drag you. You don't know if you have the ability to manage that dragging. Some people drag with trailer. Others drag with 911. You don't know what will come and drag you with. So please protect your marriage and love your wife. Protect that marriage. Please. Thank you so much. You okay. You love our Amadia so much for that nonsense. Tahibu. Me, one day I will threaten this man. I'll go and bring one woman and say, collect. I will threaten you. You're trying me. I will bring one woman and say, marry her. And I will make sure the one you bring there is one you're gonna run. Yeah, so every day for the tip, one day for the owner. So you might be doing this secretly, one day to come out in the open. Please now. The same thing that your wife have that another woman has. That thing you're looking for is still the same thing. Please now, help us to help you men. Help us to help you married men. Help us. Let us help you. Help us. You want the reason, if it's that thing, what are you looking for outside? You want us to raise the leg up to the ceiling? Tell us, let us do our best. You want us to give you all the styles? Please tell us. Just please stop all this pium with Umaka Highway, ruining homes. Look at that lady I said from the beginning. She thought their father had another family. When their father died, unfortunately for them, they were the second family. How heartbreaking. The woman, now this woman that is pregnant for Sammie Okposo, she will be heartbroken because the child will never have a father. That father she's looking for the child, the father is no more. Did she succeed? No. Is she happy? No. Is Sammie Okposo's wife happy? No. That woman is so heartbroken right now. And I want to say, online in-laws, please now, maybe we stop to carry other people matter like granite for head. Come on, let's just be calming down. If you drag small, you leave and calm down small, allow the person breathe small. You can come back next month or next 2 months or come and drag a little more. But this constant dragging, they are human beings like you. And nobody's perfect. One day, if it be your turn, that thing you are hiding in your closet, behind closed doors, somebody may find that and they will also drag you. You are happy dragging another person. You think you're perfect. Before you bring out that speck in somebody's eyes, look into your own. Bring out that log. That's what the Bible says. Go and bring out that log in your own eyes. Pull it out. You have something in your own eyes. Look into the mirror and ask yourself, are you perfect? Coming out to throw stones, to cast people. Are you perfect? Coming out to drag those who have fallen. Somebody is lying flat on the ground. You carry 2 by 2. You are still hitting the person. You are hitting the person like python snake. Until if that person doesn't die, you will not rest. Let's be calming down. No. Nobody's perfect, including you dragging. You're not perfect. Behind closed doors, that thing you're doing there, what if it's revealed today and you're being dragged? Will you be happy? Let he who is without sin first cast the first stone. I leave you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for spending time with me here. My laptop has been bad, so that's why I'm not pinning. The stream has been somehow, but I really appreciate you guys. You are awesome. You know I love you. Plenty love like this. How do I do it? Is it like this? Like this. This is to you. Sade, this is to you. Oyo to you. Cadell is my darling husband that wants 10 wives. I still love you. This is to you. Rose's Glam, this is to you. Stop dragging Judy and you Leduce. Stop, okay? Gabriella, this is to you guys. This is to every one of you who have been showing me so much love. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, and Mansa Queen. This is to you, Mansa. This is to you. This is to you. Everyone here, thank you so much. I wish my laptop is here. I would have been scrolling, but it's not here. Be the carer with face. This is to you. This is to you. Z-Berry. God bless you. God bless you. This is to you guys. Thank you for your love and your support. Estelle. Estelle. This is to you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who else? I may not be able to go far with checking, but then I appreciate it. In case I don't call your name, please. It's not deliberate. I'm just using my hand to screw. But I appreciate you all. God bless you for your time. It's dancing time. Okay, let's do this again tomorrow, same time. And like I said, you can reach me via Instagram. Okay, if you have anything you want us to discuss here on my live stream, reach me on Instagram, Linda Blessing Eze. Okay. My husband will write it out now on the chat. Sweetheart, if you're listening to me, please help me put my Instagram name there so that I can pin it. Okay. Thank you, Shade. Shade, you know I've missed you. I've missed you so much. I was like, where is this queen now? Where is this queen? Where did she go to now? But I'm glad you're here today. You made me happy. Thank you so much. So, sweetheart, help me pin my Instagram. Anybody who wants to get in touch with me via Instagram, or go to my about. It's there on my bio. You see it there, okay? Thank you all. I leave you guys with this peace of mind. And I pray that the soul of Sammie Okposo rest in perfect peace. Eternal rest grant unto him, O Lord, and let your perpetual light shine upon him. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. And I pray that the family, God comfort the family and give them the fortitude to bear the loss. Yeah, okay, avoiding social media, absolutely. Okay, you do watch. Oh dear, thank you so much. God bless you. God bless. That's my Instagram there. God bless you, everyone. Good night. Have an amazing night rest. Yeah, I'm trying to play. Why is it not playing? My music is not playing. What's happening? Peace of mind. All for health. Yeah, thank you so much. All for health. I appreciate you. Thank you. I love you all. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. You give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind. Yes, I need you because I want you.
You're the only one for me. I'm coming home right after the party.
Thank you. Good night.
Cause I know you got it. And you're my company. Anytime I call you, you turn up. And you always come to
You did this on why with multiple wives. Oh goodness. You are irredeemable, Cornelius. I'm telling you, Cornelius, you are irredeemable. I will give you 20 wives, Cornelius. 20 wives. 20 wives is what I'll give to you, Cornelius. You can make me you are a case. I'm telling you, you are a case. Thank you, guys. Cornelius, you are a case. I swear, you are a case. I will see 20 wives. Not the only plenty wives. Go, Joe. Good night, everyone. I love you all. Bye bye.